Hallo, guten Tag, hallo, guten Tag. Es geht weiter. Day 48. Ding dong bing bong. So. War was Besonderes gestern noch? Even after... Ich guck sofort nach. Ah, der Fight war, genau. Even after a night's sleep, the exhaustion remained in my body. My head was foggy too. But I want to talk to everyone. I need to go to the cafeteria. Wer ist das hier? Okay. Die sind hier beide auf der Seite. Good morning, Mr. Sumino. Mr. Sumino, good morning. Do you have any orders for me? No orders, no. Eva, aren't you tired? It doesn't matter if I'm tired or not. All I am meant to do is fulfill my orders. You don't have any thoughts about yesterday's battle? We killed enemy Oh mein Gott. Einen Moment. Kurz Discord wieder in den fucking Gift Inventory. Wo ist es? Streamer Mode. Warum funktioniert das nicht mehr? You don't have any thoughts about yesterday's battle? We killed enemy commanders. I think it's great. Invaders must be killed. It's only natural to kill them. They are humanity's enemies after all. I exist to kill invaders, and invaders exist to be killed by me. Even though in reality you're actually one of them. It doesn't seem like there's much point in trying to talk to her about what Ato said yesterday. How wonderful, Miss Eva, you're doing just great. Is she really? Well then, Miss Eva, shall we head to the cafeteria? Understood. Inside the cafeteria, everyone's faces were heavy with exhaustion, as well as bewilderment. Damn it, what's wrong with that bastard Ato? It's some kind of twisted traitor that would go so far as to sacrifice himself to destroy us. Everything he was saying was a riddle. What did he mean when he asked us about those we hold dear really existing? They obviously do. My person is definitely safe and sound on the artificial satellite right now. My person is my influence and inspiration for becoming a pro wrestler. The whole reason I'm fighting is to keep their dream alive. Eek, no, don't let me gossip about my crush. Pretend you never heard anything. That's why you can't listen to Ato Aotsuki's delusions. He's just trying to confuse you. But that means that just by talking about it now, we are playing right into his hands. Siri, just to confirm, everyone in the Tokyo residential complex is safe and sound, right? Of course. Because Siri wouldn't lie. All of humanity is taking refuge on the artificial satellite. What's your proof? What can I show you that would be proof? If I show you a video and you suspect it's fake, we'll never get anywhere. Could you at least put us in touch with them, just for a bit? I can't do that because of the mission's confidentiality. This mission is of the utmost importance. Why are you giving him any credence at all anyway? Snap out of it. You're humanity's shining hope. Right, that maniac would go to any extreme to deceive us. It's hardly beyond him to come up with a bunch of convoluted stories to confuse us. Right, he's just trying to upset us. He did the same thing last time. But if Mr. Ato is aligning himself with the invaders, we should probably kill him too. Doesn't sound like we'll be seeing him ever again. He plans on letting Veshness absorb him, right? Yeah, I doubt we'll see him again. In an exchange, Veshness will get even stronger. There's no end to our problems. But we've taken out most of the other commanders, so we definitely have the upper hand now. That's right. We are well on our way to a happy ending, so if you keep up the good work, we'll be just fine. Just fine, really? Well, now that we've gotten this far, we just have to see it through. We have to do this for the 3 that didn't make it too. Ding, das hat sich gereimt. Nozomi spitting bars. I mean, not really. Through and to, I guess? You're right. Right, we can't let ourselves get turned around by Ato. If we do, we'll just end up repeating what happened last time. All we can do is fight. It's all we can do. After a simple breakfast, we all return to our rooms. Defensive battle preparations are important, but there's something else I have to do first. I made a promise with him, with the boy who saved us.
I'll ask Sire for permission, and I haven't forgotten my promise to give you a name.
We go ask Sire to let us see him. He should be in the war room. It seems there are no specific orders for me at the moment, so I'm cleaning the school right now. What is it, Sumino? It's not often you come to see me. Oh, I just had a little request. A request? You denied my request before, but I want you to let us meet with the avatar of the boy inside the defense room. I want to introduce him to everyone else, as a member of the team fighting alongside us. I hope you'll allow us to see him. You know, this 100-day schedule is the bare minimum number of days needed if he works non-stop. Just creating those avatars is an unnecessary consumption of his energy. He's also fallen behind schedule because he helped you out so many times. If he falls any further behind, we won't be able to wipe out the invaders destroying our planet. Is that a no? I want you to focus on your duties for now, so you can guarantee the success of the mission. But on day 100 I'll tell him what you said. I'm sure that alone will make him very happy. Are we done here? I have things to do. With that, Sir turned away. He wasn't even going to give me an opportunity to negotiate. In the end, the answer is the same then. I really don't want to accept it, but in the moment my only option was to withdraw to my room. I can't argue with his reasoning about the mission's success, but that doesn't mean I'm just going to give up. I can't get it out of my head. That lonely look on his face. I'll come up with a way. I'll get Siri to agree to this somehow. Be that as it may, I can't skip out on defensive battle prep either. Kannst du schon. Bist OP genug. Was machen wir denn hier? Machen wir Takemaru mal auf 4. Probably vehicle something, wa? Ja. Machen wir den Helm. Warte, ich kann auch mal hier das machen. Krieg ich das Achievement? Yep. Nein. Okay. Ding dong bing bong. Immediately after the usual nighttime announcement played. Ping pong. Who would that be at this hour? When I opened the door, I saw an unusual pair of people. Hey, sorry to bug you so late. Sorry man, we won't be long. I never see you guys together, what's up? We wanted to ask you something about what Ato said yesterday. Something he said about our memories being erased. Yeah. Our memories? But was that the only time? Again and again and again. In each year, your memory being conveniently curated to make you fight. Come on, he was just saying that to get to our heads. But when he mentioned it, I remembered something that made me wonder. You did? Yeah, it was the day Eva became our prisoner. I was holed up in the garage the whole day and I went back to my room after bedtime. On my way there, I saw Takemaru in the courtyard. I didn't say anything to him then, but when I brought it up the next day, he didn't remember it at all. At the time, I thought I just remembered things wrong, but I remembered it after what Eito said yesterday. She kept riding my ass and asking me if I remembered, but I had no goddamn clue. So I ended up looking over my journal for that day, and when I did, he keeps a journal. Well, nothing surprises me anymore. It was in there. Prisoner girl looks cold, maybe I'll bring her a blanket. Huh? If I wrote it in my journal, I definitely did it. But I really don't remember jack shit about going. I'm so sure I saw him too, so I thought it was strange. Is what Eito was saying true? But even if it were, why mess with Takemaru's memory? I don't know, maybe something happened in the courtyard when he went to bring her the blanket and they made him forget it. Is Siray's pulling some shit like that? I'll never forgive his stupid ass. How fucked is it to go around messing with people's memories? He was already pretty messed up when he put bombs in our bodies. What do you think, Takumi? Honestly, I'd rather ignore everything that comes out of Eito's mouth. But if our memories are being screwed with, I probably ain't the only one. You and the others might be missing memories too, to try and cover something up. Us too, to cover something up. Shouldn't we ask Siren to find out? Well, I guess it's not like he'd be honest with us. If he's hiding something, I'll beat it out of him. Cool it, we can't do anything to him, remember? Then what the hell are we gonna do? How are we supposed to figure out what's going on? If anyone knows something, it's him. I knew it. I need to see him. I can't let this go. I can't waste more time trying to find a way. I'll do it by force if I have to. Hey, there's someone I want to ask about this. Will you guys come with me? Huh? You wanna ask someone? You don't mean. Together we made our way through the school toward him. This is Takumi, the person you want to talk to. Yeah, it's him, the one on the other side of this door. But how are we supposed to see that guy? Does he just come out if you call? Well, we'll just have to resolve ourselves and give it a shot. Resolve ourselves? I continued toward the door of the defense room. I'd already made up my mind.
Hey, can you come out? I want to talk to you.
The moment after I called out toward the door, I pounded on the door, enveloped in undying flames.
Please, come out.
Das ist weird. Sonst sterben die Leute instant, wenn die in die fucking Flames gehen.
Takumi, what are you doing?
What's wrong with you? You'll be burned to a crisp. Come out. I need to talk to you. I know you can hear me, please.
Oh, die Dinger waren geswappt. Die zwei Voicelines. Unplayable game. And then the undying flames covering the door suddenly went out. Weak from the intense heat, I collapsed on the spot. Goddamn idiot, what the hell did you do? You almost died. Well, even if I did, we'd have the revival medic, and if I didn't show up how determined I was, he wouldn't ignore Siray and show himself. Never imagined you'd do anything so reckless. God, they talked. The flames, they talked. I got a glimpse of him when he saved us from Veshness, but this is the person made of undying flames you mentioned before, right, Takumi? Nice to meet you, but I'm already know all about you. You're Tsubasa and Takemaru, yes? Yeah, damn, you really are made of undying flames. That's some crazy shit. I'm so glad you came out. There's something I have to talk to you about. Could you make it short? First, I have to thank you again. Thanks for saving us the other day. I don't know how many times it's even been now. If you hadn't woken me up, you all would have been wiped out. I see, so you're the one who woke Takumi up. Yes, well, is it all? You're sure being cold. Did Zero tell us not to talk to us? I knew it. Zero is stopping him from seeing us. What, are you his bitch or something? You have your own will, don't you? Will? I have no such thing. I've simply been treated as a weapon. The device I'm connected to is controlled by C-Ray. My life is essentially in his hands. But I doubt Zero would do anything to you, so surely you can at least negotiate. Negotiate? I never considered such a thing. C-Ray has cared for me as long as I can remember. It's all thanks to him that I have been able to live this long. He's always been the only one I had. But now you have us too, as comrades fighting together. Comrades. Yeah, you're already basically one of us. You saved our asses twice and all. Yeah, you should be friends with us. We're not going to leave you on your own. Hey, how about you tell us what you're feeling? What do you want to do? What I'm feeling? I know C-Ray opposes this. Oh my god, was ist denn los? But I want to hear what you think. I want... Well, I want to fight with all of you. I want to be your friend. I want to argue with you and fight with you and until the moment I die. I want to spend every last minute living without regrets. Then that's exactly what you should do, man. To hell with what C-Ray says. But you still can't turn your back on C-Ray, huh? What you said made me think. C-Ray might be kind of like a parent to you. A parent, I never thought of it that way, but... At any rate, if C-Ray won't allow it, I won't be able to get to know any of you. But it's too soon to just give up. We tried to think of a way to make this work. If we talk to the others, we'll definitely find a way, so just wait a bit longer. The others? Yeah, if you all put our heads together, we'll figure this out for sure. Thank you. Just knowing you do that makes... Just knowing you do that makes me happy. Yeah, we've got you. It might be awkward to bring this up now, but I need to do what I came here to do. And there's something I wanted to ask about C-Ray. About C-Ray? Can he erase and replace people's memories? Can he tamper with what we remember? I get that you want to protect him, but could you please tell us? Honestly, I don't know anything specific myself. It's just... C is only concerned about doing everything he can to achieve his goal of saving humanity. You may find him suspicious sometimes, but everything he does is for the future of mankind. To put it another way, he'll do anything it takes to achieve that goal. That's all I can say. I guess we're not getting a definite answer from him. Well, what can you do? Got it, thanks. That's all for now, I guess. In the end, we didn't figure out a damn thing about this memory business, but before we go find out what's going on with C-Ray, we need to do something about this dude. First thing tomorrow, let's talk to everyone else about this. Right, now that we've met you, we can't just leave you on your own. Thank you, truly. He spoke those words somewhat sheepishly before he quietly vanished. After that, we left the defense room and headed back to our own rooms. It had grown pretty late, so I decided to call it a day. Ding dong bing bong. Okay, I'd better get to the cafeteria. I need to talk to everyone about what happened yesterday. I sure hope Sirius is not there. We won't be able to talk if he is. Hey Takumi, are you seeing anyone? Where is this coming from? I don't really have any dating experience, so I'm curious about what romance between two people feels like. Of course you don't have experience, Ima is insanely overprotective. How do a man and a woman meet and develop romantic feelings for one another? And after you start to have feelings for each other, how do you start exploring each other's bodies? Goodness, Kako, what are you doing? I was looking for you. Come on, let's go make breakfast together. I want to eat one of your wonderful dishes. But I was having an important conversation. Bye, Takumi. Kako was prickly. He dragged off to the cafeteria by Ima. Takumi, it looks like Siri is not around. Ah, that's perfect. But we couldn't have our conversation with Nigo around, so we chased his ass out of here. We asked Eva to pick weeds in the courtyard and he followed her like a creepy little mutt. I feel bad for Eva, but we had to do what we had to do. We can't let Nigo hear us either. Hey, what are you talking about? Did something happen? Well, there's something we want to talk to everyone about. With that little preamble, I told everyone about all of yesterday's events. I see, so you want Siri to allow us to make him one of us. That's wonderful. Let's do it. We can all go ask him together. No. Siray's head is as hard as the steel he's made of. He won't change his mind just because we asked. Maybe if you figure out his weakness, we can negotiate. Does he even have a weakness? He's not some helpless, writhing grub like me. Writhing. Hey, should we really be letting some weirdo join the team in the first place? Don't say that, we owe him our lives. I'd like to fight with him on our side. I don't want to leave him on his own. Hey, if you guys just shut me down like that, it makes me sound like a dick. You are kind of a dick. So how are we going to convince Siray? Any ideas, team leader? I think we're just going to have to face this head on. It's what's best for him too. We persuade him. How are you gonna do that? There's something we tried a few times last time around. We'll use the gift-o-matic in the rec room. We'll make something that Siray will like as a gift for him. Then we win him over while he's still in a good mood. What an annoying little mini-game. I want no part of it. You can just make Takumi do it. He's our team leader. I was already planning on it, but the least you could do is not say it like that. Takumi, if there's anything I can help you with, don't hesitate to ask. That's right, it's for one of our teammates, so we should all work together. And I'll get right to it. Thanks for the help, guys. After coming together to devise a plan, we went our separate ways and returned to our rooms. Don't think it's gonna be that easy to persuade Siray, but we have to try something for him, after all he's done for us. Can't draw this out forever. I have to wrap this up in about 3 days. Better start by getting information out of Siray. Hope there's something that brings him joy. Does he even feel joy? He's a machine. Well, whatever. I just figured out. Here goes. Nozomi, do you know if there's something Siray might be happy to get? Something Siray might be happy to get? What about a globe? A globe? You mean like a model of the Earth that spins around? Why? Siray is fighting the invaders to stop world death and take back the old Earth, right? Being able to fight for the Earth on the front lines like this must be proof of how much he loves the planet. Siray loved the Earth, huh? I suppose that's possible. Why don't you give this globe to Siray? I used the gift to make it, thinking I'd use it to decorate my room. Are you sure? It seems like it would look nice in your room. You got me that wonderful telescope. Let me give you something back. Good luck persuading him. Hey Takumi, I've just thought of something. If Siray really did have the power to erase or change a person's memory, why didn't he alter the memories of the Undying Flames boy? His memories. I mean, wouldn't that be the easiest solution for Siray? If he brainwashed him like he brainwashed Eva, he could make him do what he wanted. She had a point there. Unlike us, his actual body was just lying there, hopelessly vulnerable. If having the boy made of the Undying Flames develop a sense of self was problematic, he could have just brainwashed him. Is there a reason he can't or didn't want to? Something Siray might want. You should get him a gun. A gun? I mean, he's a military man, right? He should like firearms then. Guys already like guns to begin with. That brings back memories of when I took my rubber band gun and started up shit with kids from the next town over. I doubt the gift-o-matic is capable of making a gun. I'm pretty sure I saw a few guns in the metal shop room. I think they used to belong to Kurara. But I was apprehensive about handing Siray something of Kurara's. I was desperate. I stopped by the metal shop later and picked them up. Alright, where would the guns be? I rummaged around the metal shop. Found one. Okay, let me try gifting this to Siray. Hiduko, do you know if there's anything Siray might be happy to get? I mean, he's an adult, isn't he? Then what about liquor? I'm sure there are nights where he wants to have some drinks and forget about all the pressure he's under as our commander. Yeah, but he's a robot. Can he even drink? He should be able to. I saw him dancing with an energy drink in one hand and a baguette in the other. What is he made out of? Liquor, huh? Do you think I'll find some in the cafeteria? I have some wine here. I was saving it for after I finish training, but I guess you can have it. You sure you should be drinking that? I didn't say I was going to drink it. Maybe I was just going to look at it. Sure, bro. Takumi, could you say that Eva is alive right now? Where's this coming from? Eva's right over there. Yes, well, she may be physically alive. She's mentally as good as dead. Actually, maybe worse than that. She's been brainwashed and stripped of her autonomy, treated like a puppet, and is being forced to kill her former compatriots. Should that really be allowed? I mean, the only ethical answer is no. I know we are doing horrible things to Eva. But if we don't do this, Eva could betray us. We don't have a choice. I can't bear to see Eva like this. It's too painful. Something Sierra might like? I have an idea. Really? Yes, the death of all invaders. If we kill the hell out of the invaders, Sierra will surely rejoice. I mean, not like that. Every last invader should be killed. I'll do my best to kill them. Please use me when it's time to kill invaders. I am your property after all. I think I picked the wrong person to ask. Hey Takumi, that undying flames guy that you want to make one of us. He's like a ghost, right? I'm not sure if ghost is the right term, but I guess he does look like one. Then can he pass through walls and stuff? I think so. I mean, he's come into my room a few times already. Can he make himself disappear and stuff too? Yeah, he's generally invisible and only appears in human form when he's talking to us. For real, so if you wanted to, he could go spy inside a girl's room whenever. I mean, he's not the kind of guy who'd do that. Damn it, I'm so jealous. Why can't my Hemo Anima make me invisible? It's so unfair. Who can I sue? Hey Takumi, can you trade Hemo Anima? If you give me the power to go through walls and turn invisible, then I'll fully accept the ghost boy as part of the team. Talking with him is gonna make me stupid too. Time to move on. Hey, can you hear me? I want to ask you something. Can you come out for a second? I yelled from outside the defense room door. I wasn't expecting you to come out so readily this time. I appreciate you saving me the trouble. I didn't want you jumping into the fire again. So what did you want to talk about to me about? Try to keep it short because I don't want to get caught by C-Ray. It's precisely what I wanted to talk to you about. I explained what had happened and asked him for information on C-Ray. Something C-Ray would like, honestly I have no idea. Well, C-Ray and I go way back, I don't know all that much about him. But it's not like you don't know anything about him, try to think back. When did C-Ray seem happy or have fun? If you know what his hobbies are, that would be best. His hobbies? Maybe talking? Talking? C-Ray loves to talk. He would always come see me after work and unload his complaints. Like how overbearing the will of humanity was being, or how much pressure his subordinates put on him. Sounds like an office worker with regular work issues. Although thanks to him talking to me every night, I managed to learn a lot. You could say that my sense of self was nurtured by his complaining. For telling us to treat him like a weapon, Sirius been getting pretty chummy instead. Was he that desperate for someone to talk to, or was it something else? I've gathered a bunch of presents. It's time to give them to C-Ray. What can I do for you, Sumino? You're giving this to me? Yeah, it's for all the hard work you've always put in. You should take the load off sometime and really let loose. I could hear C-Ray gulp as his mouth salivated. Perhaps he really did like alcohol. Okay, don't mind if I take this wine off your hands. It's important for commanders to have things to look forward to. And I hear that wine is actually good for you in moderation. Yes, he took it. Not to go on an offensive. Why don't we go ahead and open that up for you? I actually brought a glass with me too. How about I pour you one? Here, drink up. No, I couldn't, Sumino. It's too early to be drinking wine. What would you do if I got drunk, something happened, and then I couldn't give you proper orders? Come on, don't be a stick in the mud. I won't tell anyone. Besides, one glass isn't going to impair you so much that you couldn't do your job. You're right, one glass would be fine. You've talked me into it, you son of a gun. Just one glass, though, okay? Yes, just one. Of course, I wasn't going to stop at just one. After I got him good and plastered, I was gonna bring up the undying flame boy. Okay, good. I'll just have one then. Just the one. Siri took the glass and brought the red wine up to his lips. I can't. Siri threw the glass to the floor and spat out the wine. That was close. I was about to break my sobriety. Bad, Sumino. Don't attempt me like that. What? Your sobriety? Everyone in human history has made at least one horrible mistake due to alcohol. That's why I vow to never drink. Everyone seems like an exaggeration. Besides, I get overly friendly when I drink. To never drink. Aber der weiß, dass friendly wird, wenn drinkt. I find myself talking to people that I usually try to avoid interacting with. The reason I started talking to him was because my self-control was compromised by alcohol. That's why I vow to never drink. Just like everyone in human history, I was not immune to the effects of alcohol. I would go see him every night drinking while I complained about work. And because of that, he learned things he didn't need to, needlessly formed a sense of self even. Sierra averted his gaze and fell silent. I'm not sure what happened, but I failed. I'll try giving him a different present later. Ding dong bing bong. I failed to persuade him. I'll try handing Sierra a different present tomorrow. What would he even like? Is there something a machine like him would want? I stayed up late trying to think of things Sierra may want. Ich muss mal kurz... Nee. Okay, I stayed up late night trying to think of things Sierra may want, but I came up with nothing. Day 50. Wir kriegen echt die Geschenke diesmal. A present. Come to think of it, I felt like there was a similar announcement last time. Never got a special gift because Sierra was already destroyed though. What could a special gift be? I doubt it's anything good, but I can't help myself from getting a little excited. Headed over to the cafeteria to get my present for Sierra. Nee, from, nicht for. Happy half anniversary. Waiting for us in the cafeteria was not Sierra but Nigo. Congratulations on making it halfway through. All of you who survived these fears for 50 days will receive a wonderful present to commemorate this feat. Come on and get him. Nigo said this as he offered us. Wow, what are these? Badges? They're medals that the Honorable Sierra and I spent all night making. Aren't they cool? Wear those medals with pride as you fight over the remaining 50 days. Thanks. Honestly, I didn't want one at all, but there was no harm in accepting it. By the way, Nico, you have a medal for him as well, don't you? Him? The boy with the undying flames. He's one of us, isn't he? Oh, actually there isn't one for him. I planned to make him one, but Siri said a weapon has no need for medals. What the hell? Why does Siri keep trying to treat him like an object? Who does he think saved our butts in the last defensive battle? The honorable Siri is being a little stubborn. He's trying to forget his affection toward him to ensure our victory in this war. Affection? Is Siri even capable of affection? Of course. How many years do you think he's been looking after the boy? I'm sure he views him like a son. Siri views him like a son, but... So far as the mission goes, that guy's not a team member. He's just a weapon.
Yeah.
I don't want you getting too attached to him. It might actually hinder the mission. I think you've got the wrong idea. There's no way Siri loves. Don't believe me? Then I'll show you proof. All of a sudden, Nigo projected an image from his eyes. Several pictures are shown on a cafeteria wall. These are pictures of a baby in the defense room. Why are there so many? These are from his childhood records Siri has stored inside his memory bank. Siri and I both share a portion of our memory banks, so I'm able to peek inside his folders. So this is inside Siri's mind? Yeah, these are his most precious memories. He tries to bury them deep inside. Can you still tell me he doesn't love the boy after looking at these pictures? I felt the warmth Siri has for the boy from each and every photo. A desire for the boy to grow up strong and healthy. What the hell, Siri? You keep calling him a weapon, but you actually cherish him like he's your own child. Siri is desperately trying to make himself forget his feelings for the boy, in order to make him remember. Nigo, can I make a request? Request? Yeah, could you print out the pictures you just showed me? I headed to the metal shop with Nigo where I received the pictures of the baby. Then I took them and started filling an album we made from the Gift-O-Matic. I did it. I finished the baby album. Siri will surely remember when he sees this. Remember the love he has for him. Okay, it's time to give Siri this album. Is there something else I can help you with, Sumino? What is this? Someone's photo album? Yeah, try opening it. Siri curiously opened the album. Once he looked at what was inside, his face completely changed.
What in the world is this? You're giving me a gift? And just what are you up to?
Oh, I just have a little request.
A request? Okay, what? What is it that you want me to do? It's easy. You just need to allow one thing. What is it that you want me to allow?
I want you to allow the boy made of undying flames.
Ja.
Sorry, but I'm going to have to decline.
Maybe ich hätte das nicht alles skippen sollen. Das war extra. But you climb up. Anyway, you've been banned from meeting or talking to us, right? I want you to lift that ban. No. Sorry, but I'm going to have to decline. But why?
But why?
Because. That's not an explanation. Look, a no is a no. I can't have him wasting his energy. If that happened, it would really hinder our master plan. So maybe you should rethink this whole thing. You might be right. What the fuck?
What in the world is this? You're giving me a gift?
I want you to allow the boy made of... to become an...
No. Sorry, but I'm going to have to decline.
Okay, fine.
Idea. If you're not gonna do what I asked, then me and the rest of the team are going to refuse to fight.
What in the world is this?
Oh.
Ah.
I want you to allow the boy made of undying to become one of us.
One of you. Oh, I mean, technically, we don't need your permission for that. He's already one of us. That's the way I see him already. But I want you to acknowledge it too. Officially and definitely acknowledge that he's one of us. You've banned him from meeting or talking to us, right? I want you to lift that ban.
No. Sorry, but I'm going to have to decline. But why?
Ja, das hatten wir. Why do you want that boy to become one of you anyway? Because somebody wants that to happen.
Who? Who wants?
He does.
The boy made of undying flames wants to be one of us. Really, he said that. Pretty lofty ideals when he's nothing but a tool. A tool. I've looked after him for many years, but I've never developed any special feelings or connections to him. Not even once.
I mean, I'm just an AI when it comes down to it. Feelings are pointless. So I haven't been equipped with such functions. Everything I do is to ensure this mission's success. And so I've raised him as a tool.
You're lying.
You don't really think of him as a tool, right? Why would you think that? Because I know.
Know what? Well, what do you know?
When you were raising that infant.
You went there and vented onto him every night. He became an unwilling recipient of your complaints and discontent. You vented all your dissatisfactions and complaints about work to the baby. I'm sure there were times when you were depressed and whined about to him. And the baby grew up listening to such negativity. He eventually formed his identity around those conversations. If you truly only saw him as a tool, I don't believe you would have done that. Maybe when you first started raising him, you only saw him as a tool. But if you continuously use a tool, you eventually form an attachment to it. And I think that's what happened in your case. As you were spending time with him, you started to feel something you could only describe as affect. Hey, that's enough of that nonsense. Like I said before, I'm an AI.
I haven't been equipped with useless feelings. They'd only get in the way of me executing this mission.
No, you have feelings.
I just told you I don't. Stop insisting I do. Get it through your thick skull already. Both the infant and the boy projection of Finn mean nothing to me.
He's just a tool. A tool made to win this war. Nothing more.
Then why don't you manipulate the baby's memories?
If you want to use him as a tool, you could just alter his memories to change his personality. Alter his memories? I don't know what you're talking about. At any rate, I'll say it again. You don't really think of that boy as a tool. Stop beating a dead horse. I already told you that's all he is to me. What makes you say otherwise? Are you even basing this on anything? Yes, I am.
Then what is it? Stop lying. There's no way you are.
That photo album I just handed you is my proof. Remember what you said before? That you've looked after him for many years? Well, the boy mentioned something too. He said that it's all thanks to you that he's been able to live this long. That you're the only one he's had. Sire, one of your duties was to raise that boy and monitor him. Right? So you've cared for him since he was little as his educator and mentor. Almost like a parent would. And all that time you spent together is recorded and saved as data inside you. The fragments of those records, those scenes from your memories, they've been exported and collected in that album I gave you. How? I got the data from Nigo. You and Nigo share part of your memory bank. That's why Nigo had that data stored inside him as well. The data that you accumulated over all these years. You could say it was an album of a parent documenting their child's development. You look through that data from time to time, don't you? Your eyes becoming teary, your mouth curling into a smile. Now, why would you do that? The answer is obvious. It's because you have special feelings for him. Like a parent would for their child. Affectionate feelings. That's all the proof I need. Proof that you
Feel love for the little
feel
boy.
love for that little boy.
Get fucked. Got you, bitch. Feelings. Me? For him. See, Ray, he told us he wants to live without regrets. He seemed a bit bewildered himself having those emotions. But that could be a positive thing. We're able to fight because of the people that matter to us, our friends here included. Please, let him fight with us. I promise we will protect the school no matter what. So please, consider what he's feeling. I'm begging you, C-Ray. I don't know all that much about feelings, but I do understand how badly you guys want this. And I understand that he wants it too. I'm hopeful that a change in the circumstances will have a positive effect.
Shimino. Let's make a deal.
A deal.
Yeah.
I know a number of you are suspicious that I've been manipulating your memories, yes? If you stop poking your nose into that matter, I'll allow you to see him. Das ist überhaupt nicht sus. Das ist ja quasi zugeben, dass er es macht. So basically, you're admitting, to interfering with our memories then. If anyone will understand, it's you, considering you spent 100 days without me. All of you are easily consumed by fear and anxiety, which leads to atrophy. Atrophy? It's my duty to care for you it's my duty to care for you in this way. Of course, when this war is over, I intend to restore your memories to normal. Please understand, it's all for you. It's all for humanity. But still, I feel like we are being treated like objects. We don't belong to you. We are our own people. The same could be said about him. I accept. I'm deciding to trust you because we all have the same goal. But please stop interfering with our memories. That's my one condition. I didn't think you'd make a counter-offer. But maybe this is where we find common ground.
It's a deal, then?
I let him know. The rest depends on what he wants. But you need to hold up to your end of the bargain. If you don't, I'll be forced to really treat you like objects. Anything to see my mission through. Fine. I'm holding you to it.
Holding you to it. The fate of humanity is in your hands.
And with that, Siri took his leave. Left to my own devices, I decided to head back to my room. I managed to persuade Siri successfully. We can't mention the memory thing anymore, huh? He really was manipulating our memories. Does that include me though? Is that why I don't remember receiving the Crypto Goblin transfusion? But now we have no choice but to accept those terms, otherwise we won't be able to see him. Guess we just have to go along with his promise to bring us back to normal when the fight is all over. Ding dong bing bong. Another day's coming to an end. I wonder if Siri already told him, and if he did, when will he come out? I just have to wait for him to show up. For now, I'd better get some sleep. And so ended my second try at the 50th day at Last Defense Academy. I've done everything I can with C-Ray. All that's left is to wait and see how things progress. I decided to trust that the day when I could fight alongside the Undying Flames would come. In the meantime, I had to do my best to prepare for the next defensive battle.
I always used to watch the house by myself when I was a kid. Couldn't stand to see anything unfair or wrong, so I'd always be fighting with someone. My mom was busy with her bar work all day and night. I'd be bored out of my brains. That's why the old coots in the neighborhood basically raised me. They taught me to play chess and made my meals real old-fashioned eating, you know? And that was how Takamaru the Tyrant was born. I want to do all I can to repay those old folks by building their strength and helping out with their housework. That way, they can keep living for as long as humanly possible.
Okay. Filmkamera. Das ist irgendwas mit Memories, ne? Die hier. Die braucht aber was anderes. Ja. Toolkit? Ja, that's better. Nicht perfekt.
Is this from...
Ding dong bing bong. Didn't see C-Ray at all today. Does he really intend to keep his promise? Oh yeah, I need to tell Takamaru and Tsubasa about the deal I made with C-Ray tomorrow. Praying that everything would go smoothly, I lay down in bed and let sleep take me. At the same time as the announcement played, my doorbell started ringing. I wonder who'd be there this early. I opened the door to an unexpected visitor.
Good morning.
Warum klingelt der? Oh, why do you use the door like a normal person? Should I have done it the abnormal way? Isn't this how everyone does it? I tried calling on you like the others do, so I wouldn't scare you, but I scared you anyway. No, it's fine. It's no problem. Did you hear the news from C-Ray? Yeah, that's why I came to you. Came to see you. I finally made up my mind. Would you mind letting me see everyone else? I'd like to speak to them directly. Sure, then let's get to the cafeteria together. Yes, please. The ghost boy nodded with a faintly tense-looking expression. Tense. We both were aware. The cafeteria together. The moment we stepped inside, everyone's eyes snapped straight over to us. Whoa, he's here. He's burning. He's really burning. Oh, this is him? What's his face from the defense room? You're here. Yes. Well, to start, let me introduce you to everyone again. This is the person who helped us out whenever we were in trouble. Right now his real body's in the defense room, protecting the school with undying flames. He's building up power to wipe out all of the invaders on the planet. So you're the one we've been risking our lives to protect. I suppose so. But we're protecting each other. You saved us the other day. We've heard a lot about you from Takumi, but it's a pleasure to finally meet you for ourselves. Pleasure's mine. He seems nervous. Well, it's only to be expected. You really are embodiment of undying flames. I'm the embodiment of excrement, if you were wondering. It's incredible that you can fully control the undying flames. How did you get that kind of power? Hey, hold up. I know you all have a lot of questions. But why don't you hear out what this guy has to say first? He has something to tell you. Isn't it right? Yes, I have something to ask.
Would you please allow me to join you?
I want to live out my life at the school with all of you. I want to have all kinds of conversations and even argue sometimes. I want to spend my time together with you, working toward the same goal. You might not want to, considering how odd I am, but would you please think it over? There's nothing to consider, of course you can join us. Yeah, my pro wrestling text never mentioned anything about rejecting potential tag team allies. Huh, that's it? Shouldn't we talk about it first? No need, no one's opposed, right?
Yeah.
I am.
Hey!
You.
Hey.
I was just sharing my thoughts. I'm not going back on our deal or anything. Thinking only of the mission as I do, it's only natural I'd be opposed. What do you mean?
Huh?
Creating that form of his consumes energy. As a result, the wall of fire might fade, and the school's defenses could be reduced. Worst case scenario, he could fall behind on his undying flame charging duties and fail to stop enough by day 100. What would happen then? The programs for this mission all run automatically. They're tamper-proof, of course. There's no wiggle room for any kind of delay. Did you say the wall of fire might fade? That's not good, right? There's a chance that could lead to invaders flooding the place in massive quantities, right? You wanna piss in your diaper? A bunch of measly invaders is nothing to freak out over. Yes it is, freaking out is perfectly natural. We've just gotta take up the slack ourselves. This guy's already helped us so much, we owe him that. Well, he's supposed to, right? If you're wiped out, he's done for too. Hey, don't be a meanie. At any rate, with your battle here and the future of humanity in mind, the optimal choice is to let him concentrate on his real work in the defense room. Shut up, you freaky little red thing. No, Siri is quite bright. There's undeniable risk. There's undeniable risk involved. Huh? There's undeniably a risk involved. Even he admitted it. It's only fair that I explain the situation fully, right? It's true that moving around in this form consumes some of the energy I should be conserving. I can't deny that it could potentially impact the mission's chances of success. If you know all of this, why would you ask us to let you join? It's just selfishness. My first and final, entirely self-motivated request. I've never had anything I really wanted to do. But after I met all of you, I felt something for the very first time.
I wanted to be friends with you.
I still do. Wow, you really feel that strongly about us? When Takumi asked how I felt, it became clear to me. I want to be right here with all of you until we make it to day 100. What will happen to you when we reach day 100? You have the escape pod prepared for us, but what happens to you? My real body can't leave the device in the defense room. I have no choice but to stay here. So when we reach day 100, I'll likely be burned to ash by my own power. You'll die? I've already made my peace with it. If humanity will be saved in exchange for my life, then I'm satisfied. But I'd like to live out my remaining time without regrets. Seeing all of you made me feel that way. I know it's selfish, but once, while I'm alive, I'd like to do something that I wish to do.
I don't just want to be kept alive. I want to live on my own terms.
That means living out your remaining days here as one of us. You see, guys, that's how serious he is. How can you say no? I can't say that it's a wise decision for us to let emotion expose us to risk. We should make our decision prudently. Right, because weaker flames means the battle might get tougher, which also means the chances of us getting annihilated will go up. What a wussy baby. Whoa, how dare you talk to your elder like that? And how you dare speak to Kaku like that? It seems the opinions are split. Then perhaps you should let Mr. Sumino make the decision, like we've done before. Alright, I'll do it. Mr. Leader, please make a calm and appropriate decision, not an emotional one, okay? Of course, I want to grant the ghost boy his wish, but in doing so, we could be taking an unnecessary risk. I have to make the right decision. as team leader. What do I do? What is the right thing? Wir haben noch nicht den ganzen Scheiß davor gemacht, dass wir den joinen lassen können und dazu sagen, nee. What am I supposed to be deciding anyway? The decision's already made. You've already been one of us for a long time now. Toads, yeah, I knew you'd say that, Takumi. I trusted you to do the right thing too. Takumi, please set me on fire for ever doubting you. That's right, you're already one of us, so let's fight together as comrades from now on. Really? The rest of you are okay with this, right? Well, fine, he seems like he might be of some use. Well, if that's your decision, I'm fine with it. Just be sure to act in moderation. With the ace up our sleeve, after all. How about you, Wassy baby? I'm not a... I was just keeping cool and going over the risks. If there's anything you'd like me to do, please give me your orders. Then that's it. We're glad to have you.
Thank you. Truly.
Ja, das war richtig. Hätte mich auch gewundert. But what you're gonna call ya? Oh, that's right. I promised to come up with a name for you. I wonder what would be a good name. Unless you have another name in mind. How about we go with Shion? It just popped into my head. You can always use another one if you don't like it. Sir, did you have this name picked out in it? Okay, I have things to do now. I'll be off. I'll begrudgingly allow this, but there can be no delays in the schedule.
Keep up the good work, Shion.
Siri left the cafeteria in a rush, leaving us gripped by shock.
Shion.
Shion, you know, that doesn't sound half bad. Yeah, it's a great ring name. It's not a ring name, but yeah, what do you think of it? Yes, it feels strangely perfect. I'm sure C-Ray thought of it a while ago, even if he had to pretend otherwise. Don't make him sound like he's secretly a chill dude. That psycho messes with people's heads. Takumaru, let's talk about that later. Anyway, Shion, welcome to the team. Yes, thank you. Now then, since you're one of us, let me ask you the important questions. Do you like to eat? What do you like to eat? How do you like to eat? What's your favorite utensil? What kind of seasonings do you like? Where did you learn to speak? Was it from C-Ray? Do you have hobbies? I'm a really dull person, so I don't have any. It was some time after that everyone surrounded Shion and interrogated him. Thanks to our newest member, we got completely absorbed in conversation. It was already past noon by the time I went back to my room. It's been a while since I last talked that much, but I'm glad Shion and everyone seems to be having fun. But I still need to tell Takemaru about our deal. Yeah. Those were the conditions for exchange, and Sierra did say he'd stop doing it from now on. We just have to accept it. I'll have to convince Takemaru to agree to it too. This is Takemaru's door. After checking the nameplate to make sure, I rang the bell by the side of the door. Soon after the bell rang, the door was thrown open. You're Takumi, right, you said you had something to talk about. I'll get your ass in here. Okay, thanks. With that invitation, I stepped inside Takemaru's room. You wanted to talk about the memory thing, right? Did Siri cover up the truth? What did that monster tell you? Did he admit to screwing with our brains? What, Sene? Yeah, he did, but when I explained everything that happened, Takemaru's expression changed instantly. We can't even mention it anymore? The hell, man. It was my only choice. I had to agree to it to get Shion on the team. He said something else too. If anyone will understand, it's you, considering you spent 100 days without me. Yeah. 4 und so. Of course, if the war's over, Please understand. He said he only did this to get rid of our hesitation and fear, and when the war is over he'll bring our memories back. I know he's totally inhumane and completely crazy, but he did promise not to withhold our memories anymore. Now that Shion's been allowed to join the team, we just have to go along with it. Screw that, no one messes with my head and gets away with it. You're saying we got no choice but to back down with our tails between our legs? I ain't about to let him off the hook that easy. Hey, come on. Shut up, get the hell out of my face, I'll deal with this myself. Practically breathing fire as he ranted and raved, Takemaru chased me out of his room. Good one, Takumi. I always knew it wasn't an ideal compromise. But Siri didn't leave me with a lot of choice. Takemaru wouldn't hear me out at all. I hope he doesn't do anything stupid. I guess I'll just go back to my room for now. Tired out from everything that had happened, I decided to relax in my room. I was completely, thoroughly done for the day. Ding dong bing bong. I'd better head to the cafeteria. I sure hope Takemaru cooled off since yesterday. Who is little bro? Shion was headed to the cafeteria. He's probably there now. That aside, don't forget our deal, okay? You'd better keep your promise. I have something to do in the war room, so I'll be heading off. The rest is yours to handle. That Siri took his leave. No signs of Takemaru. But Shion is here. Just like yesterday, everyone is grilling him with their questions. What did you have for breakfast? If you haven't eaten anything yet, can I recommend something? Oh, thank you, but I can't eat or drink on this farm. Your real body is a baby, isn't it? Do you usually drink milk? I don't really know. All my nutrition is automatically supplied to me. Is there anything you want to try eating? I never thought about it. You don't eat much, huh? Your lack of intake is probably why you're still a baby. It's not that he doesn't eat much, his body just can't handle that much. I'll make you some special sumo stew. It's tasty just to look at, so feast your eyes. Okay. It feels strange to see him surrounded by everyone else, but it makes me glad all over again that things turned out this way. No sign of Takemaru or Gakko, I see. Yeah, now that you mention it, maybe there's something on their minds. A lot has happened over the last few days. Well, I'll go check on them later. You? That's unusual. Oh, is it? Maybe the two of them are doing secret special training together. They're trying to show us how cool they can be. Takemaru aside, Gakko would never do that. If anything, I think he'd be doing the opposite. Hey Shion, can you hold a knife and fork? I'm not sure. If I adjust the temperature to be closer to my real body, I might be able to touch things. Oh, you can adjust the temperature of the flames. That must be why I don't feel hot next to you. And that's why I only get minor burns when you touched me before. I'm slowly getting better at adjusting it. Does that mean if you fight, you literally get fired up? I won't get too hot, maybe just enough to burn a little. Either way, it looks like we should avoid ticking you off. Miss Eva, do you have any questions for Shion? You should join in the conversation. Understood. I will question him I will question him if he is that. I will question him if that is your order. How will you fight the invaders? Can you attack them with your flames? Will you turn into a ball of fire and charge them like when you saved us before? Well, that uses up a lot of power, so it's not something I can do very often. So basically, you're an ace up our sleeve for when going gets tough. That's right, I'd like to make myself more useful, but this is the best I can do. Really, after all that effort to get you on the team, I was assuming you'd earn your keep a little better. Ignore everything this twerp says. It's perfectly reassuring to have you. The more we hear about you, the stranger you get, Shion. It makes me want to look deeper inside of you to get to know you. Imagining doing that to a baby makes me sound like a total freak. And you should definitely ignore everything that creep says. Yeah, you're all so funny. I was looking at Shion's smiling profile when a small voice called to me. Takumi, do you have a minute? What is it? It's about the Takomaru and Gaku issue. You should go check on them. Them? Why? I'm not sure of anything yet, but I feel uneasy. You should keep your eye on those two as our leader. With that short warning, Hideko wandered off. After a quick breakfast, I returned to my room for the moment. What was Hideko getting at? Why should I keep an eye on Takamaru and Gaku? Takamaru was pretty mad at Siri for what he did to us. But he never actually acted on that, would he? If he does, it's guaranteed to be a headache. I'd better have a word with him. But I also can't afford to skip out on preparations for battle. Who knows when Vashtas will attack again. Shion will now appear during free time. You can now speak with Shion. Although you can't give Shion gifts, talking to him in specific times will activate bonding events. Muss ich also jedes Mal gucken, ob der... Das heißt, ich kann auch ich kann nicht rausgehen. Maybe doch?
I asked Sire why he named me Shion. Apparently it's deeply meaningful. And there's a flower known by that name as well. It blooms in the Tokyo residential complex. And it's meant to convey, I won't forget you. I guess it's a fitting name for someone who's destined to disappear soon. When all this is over, I hope I'll continue to live on in your memories.
Oh, das braucht doch keine Zeit. I still can't believe I'm part of the team now. It's been my dream to go to school like this. Nee. Der ist ja auch nicht drin hier. Kann ich eigentlich fertig machen. Boah, wieso hat er denn nichts, was irgendwie viel Tier, sowas viel fucking Machine Parts kostet? Davon habe ich nicht unendlich gefühlt. Wieso kann ich Takemaru nichts geben? Ach, weil der gerade nicht da ist. Oh mein Gott, fuck. I guess Kako likes das probably a bisschen.
For me?
I mean, I guess. It's fine. Das ist halt doof, dass man vorher nicht sieht, wer available ist. Probably Toolkit.
Friends, but it's been a little tiring talking to them lately. I don't want to sound like an old woman, but all they talk about is anime, pop idols, and fashion. I try to keep up with the latest trends, but I always end up tinkering with some machine instead. hours fly by without me noticing and nothing else goes into my head. But I still love hanging out with my friends. So, I guess I'll have to try not to stand out too much. I'm not forcing myself to fit in, okay? My friends understand that's just who I am. I tend to get tongue-tied in front of new people, though. The other day, I was dragged along to a mixer and ruined the mood because I could barely hold a conversation with anyone. I've still got a ways to go before I can even think about dating, huh?
No, me wrong. Time to sleep already. I never did get to see Takemaru and Gaku. I guess I'll find out how they are doing tomorrow. I lay down in bed, closed my eyes, and slowly drifted off to sleep. I'll get myself to the cafeteria for now. Maybe Takemaru and Gaku will be there today. Haven't seen Takemaru around at all lately. I'm getting a little worried. Yeah. Takumi, you're making weird assumptions, aren't you? Boys are so juvenile. Huh? What are you talking about? Just because I'm worried about him doesn't mean I like him. Cruiserweights with dad bods are more my type. Nothing like Takemaru. I don't know, I feel like he could end up like that after a few decades. Stop jumping to conclusions. If you don't let up, I'll hit you with a 3-ring circus. Moko took her leave with an annoyed pout on her face. No Gaku or Takemaru again today, huh? Maruko isn't here. What's going on? Is something up with him? Sumino, how about you let Maruko know for me? Let him know what? Tell him to stop constantly worrying about things that don't matter. He keeps asking me pointless things. Pointless things? So utterly pointless I can't even bring myself to tell you about them. Just let him know when you see him. But I'm glad to see that someone's already fitting in. I'll be off then. I looked away from Siren to see Shion surrounded by people as usual. Hey Shion, which is easier, floating around or walking? Well, walking takes more effort. I've never actually done it, so I don't know how it feels. I'm just trying to imitate how it looks to me. If you felt like it, you could astral project yourself through walls and go anywhere you want, right? I suppose. This body isn't exactly real after all. People treat me like I'm not real, but I can't go anywhere. You're absolutely not permitted to peep on Kako just because he can go walls. I would never do that. If Ima says anything weird to you, it's okay to punish him with your undying flames. I wouldn't do that either. I only use my power for the mission, to save humanity. Oh my, Mr. Shion, that was such a cool thing to say. Yes, very cool. What's wrong, Mr. Omokage? Oh, nothing at all, I was just thinking. Yeah, I just remembered something I need to do. Excuse me. Something you need to do? I'm developing a new drug in the biolab. It's for the benefit of everyone here, so no need to worry. Yugamu left the cafeteria without another word. Being told not to worry by Yugamu of all people just makes me worry more. I'm excited to see what this new concoction he's working on is though. If he needs a guinea pig, I will volunteer. Oh no, Eva, you can't let him do anything weird to you, no matter how much he asks. I see, I must not do that, understood. All of you are such good friends. Is that what you got from this? Well, that's fine, I guess. We continued to converse about Shion and soon wrapped up our breakfast. After that, we went back to our rooms. What was Cyril trying to say about Gaku anyway? I still haven't talked to Takemaru either. I'm getting more and more worried. I'd better make sure to talk to them if I see them today. Tüp, 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 tüp. Zu Wasser.
Is this for me?
Ding dong, bing bong. Tüp, tüp. Oh, nice. Die Switch ist jetzt unterwegs anscheinend. Und wird am Morgen zugestellt, hoffentlich. In the end, I didn't see Gaku or Takemaru. Again, they're not avoiding me, are they? And almost as if on cue. Ping pong. Who's jetzt sauer? I open up the door to see two people on the other side.
Good evening. We are the famed detective Kako Sakumo.
And her famed assistant, Ima Tsukumo! Behold, the almighty detective duo!
You need to keep it down, or the truth will evade us. What are you two talking about? Femme detective? We have a case on our hands. I can smell it in the air. A case? I mean Mr. Maruko and Mr. Yakuchichi, of course. They have been acting strange the last few days, haven't they? The two of them spent all day cooped up in their rooms. And I know it's been on your mind too, Mr. Sugino. Well, yeah. So with the scent of a case in the air, I decided to get some information. It seems that Mr. Maruko is very concerned about what Mr. Aotsuki said. What Eito said. You remember, don't you?
Are those you hold dear actually on that artificial satellite? Are you 100% sure about that?
Hey!
Then again, he was just trying to mess with us. I think so too, but I can't blame Mr. Maruko for being uneasy about it. Just imagining the world without my dear Kako makes me want to tug on her beautiful cheeks and bring her close to me. Tug on your own cheeks, true. But why would Gaku be so worried about that now? That's the thing, his reaction feels unnatural to me. Okay. In full honesty, it reeks of someone plotting something. There may be someone behind the scenes, pulling the strings. What? Yes, someone is goading Mr. Maruko. Goading him? What do we do? We're still investing that very matter. Please wait for the exciting conclusion to our case. Right, Kako? No, your cheeks are all puffy and pouty, Kako. What's wrong? Ima, you did all of the talking. I'm supposed to be the detective here. Hey now, the detective's job is to present the solution. All the boring exposition in between falls to the assistant. That's why we need you to tell us if you find any clues, Mr. Sumino. We'll see you again when we're ready to present our solution. See you. After their conversation, which only barely involved me, the two of them quickly left my room. Someone's pulling the strings, plotting something. If that's really happening, what reason would anyone have to get under Gaku's skin like this? But what Eito said...
Are those you hold
Das
dear?
habe ich gerade erst gesehen. No way. That was just an empty lie. Giving the idea any thought at all is just falling into Eito's trap. I'm going to have to do something about those two though. Tomorrow I'll take the initiative. And so ended my second attempt at day 54. Okay, off to the cafeteria. I doubt Takemaru or Gakko will be there, but I should ask everyone if they've seen them, just in case. I'm feeling a little less than totes chill today. It's the first time I've had such a long gap between matches ever since my debut. A pro's supposed to keep showing up for their matches no matter what happens. I've appeared in every single one that's been organized so far. I'm totally wigging out. Ups, was hat sie? Moko stormed off in a foul mood und der Little Bro ist wieder woanders. Hey there, Sumino. Did you tell Maruko to stop spending so much time and energy on things that don't matter? No, not yet. I'm assuming you're talking about what Eito said. It's such a massive waste of time to think about anything that comes out of the trader's mouth. Tell Maruko not to get any crazy ideas. Well, there's a bomb inside of him, so he can't do anything too reckless. Anyway, I have things to do. You're in charge, Sumino. Hey, wait. Without sparing me another moment of his time, Shiro disappeared. As I thought, there was no sign of Gakpo Takemaru in the cafeteria. Not here, huh? Too bad, I was hoping to talk. You mean Gakko and Takemaru? Yeah, looks like they're not around today either. No, I was talking about Sirei. Is he not here this morning? Oh, I saw him earlier, but it seems like he's busy today. I can ask him if you need something. No, it's not that important, forget it. Since you mentioned them, Takumi, I'm worried about Gakko and Takemaru. We've barely seen them at all in the last 3 days. Do you think they're okay? I knew it. They're really doing some secret training together. I'm telling you, there's zero chance of that. They both seem to be holed up in their rooms. They're eating proper meals, right? How shameful would it be if a slop-sucking maggot like me is the only one eating? They're doing fine with food. Yugamo's been bringing them snacks. What can I say? I was concerned too. You saw them? How are they doing? I don't know too much, but I just handed them their food. They seemed fine, so I don't think you have to worry. But that doesn't add up. Isn't it strange that they haven't left their rooms? Hey Shion, you could go through the walls and get inside their rooms, right? I'd really rather not. I can't just go into a comrade's room without permission. He had no problem coming into mine all this time though. Should I break down the doors? I will do it if you order me to. Stop that, we should leave them be. Huh? Why? We may be living together, but we have to respect each other's privacy. Even guys like them might want to slow down and take some time to think. If we try to force them to talk to us, they'll just push back even harder. Don't you think we'd be better off trusting in them and waiting for them to come to us? Now that you mention it, maybe that's the right thing to do. It's very unusual for you to say something so thoughtful, Yugamu. Oh, did you think I was nothing more than some perverse murderer full of bloodlust? Isn't that the truth? At any rate, this is an issue those two should manage themselves. We shouldn't stick our noses in their business too much. I guess rather than meddling, we could just wait it out a little longer. Yeah, I think that's for the best. As we discussed what to do about Gakko and Takemaru, there were two other There were two others observing us from afar. What are they up to? Is this part of their so-called investigation? After we finished a quick breakfast, we all went back to our rooms. Also ist Yugamu sass und eckt die beiden an. I do wonder about Gakko and Takemaru, but after that conversation I can't just turn up at their doors. If something's bothering them, I want to help. But it's true that I might just end up sticking my nose where it doesn't belong. I have no idea if Ima's big declaration that someone is plotting something is even true. I don't know what I should do about this, but I do know I should keep preparing for our next defensive battle. Boah, das wäre gut, wenn das angezeigt werden würde, wann der ein neues Event hat.
Is this for me? Have you ever thought about what you'll do after we get out of here? I have. There's a ton of stuff I want to do. Eat dessert with my friends, sing some karaoke together, go shopping, go to a hot spring with my family. I mean, we deserve a little fun after fighting so hard for mankind, right? Maybe they'll even give us cars. No, wait. I'll upgrade the equipment at the workshop. I'll invent a next-generation car that can move on land, through water, and in the air. Then we can fly around and go wherever we want. A vehicle like that should be a piece of cake for artificial satellite technology. Just thinking about it is making my heart beat faster. I can't wait to get started. Uh-oh. I'm rambling on about my niche interests again. Sorry for making you listen to that.
Sie war fertig, ne? Ja, hab ich alle.
Is this for me?
Ding dong bing bong. In the end, there was no progress on the Gaku and Takamaru situation. But should we really just leave them to their own devices? Gaku is worried about what Eito said, and I'm still stuck on the way Takamaru was acting the last time I saw him. Screw that, no one messes with my head and gets away with it. You're saying we got no choice but to back down with our tails between our legs? I ain't about to let him off the hook that easy. I get the feeling I can't just ignore this. I guess I'll ask everyone about it again tomorrow. Thoughts about what I should do drifted through my mind as I fell asleep, ending my second attempt at day 55. Better get to the cafeteria right away. I'll ask everyone about Kaku and Takamaru again. Eva, what are you doing up here? I'm cleaning. I must tidy every nook and cranny of the school to ensure a pleasant school life for everyone. After this, I will have breakfast and wash up, then finish by cleaning the boys' bathroom. The boys' bathroom? You're the one cleaning it? Yes, this is my duty. I belong to you. By the way, how have you been feeling lately? Have you been feeling strange or anything? I'm in perfect form. Feel free to kill and discard me if I'm malfunctioning. I'm your property. You should do with me as you see fit. I am done here. I will now go to the cafeteria. With that, Eva went back inside the school building. This is everybody. I knew Gaku and Takamaru wouldn't be here, but... Where are Ima and Kako? And Moko and Yugamu haven't shown up either? This is horrible. What do you mean? Mr. and Miss Tsukomo always give me breakfast, so I have no idea what to eat if they're not here. Sounds like this is your chance to eat something normal for once. I'll make you breakfast, Eva. Is there anything you want to eat? Anything will do. I will eat anything I'm ordered to. I see. Is Yugamu off developing his drug, do you think? It's kind of weird that Moko's not. But before Tsubasa could finish, it began. The school bell.
Do you guys hear me? I've made a decision. I can't take it anymore. I need to find out the truth for myself. I'm gonna make Sire get in contact with the artificial satellite. I don't care what it takes. You wanna know too, don't you? You're with me, right guys? Then get over to the gym. I'm holding Sire captive here. Join me, and let's reach out to the artificial satellite. We'll find out for sure if everyone's really there.
What the hell? He said he's holding Sire captive in the gym. What? He captured the Honorable Sire? How did he pull that off? He's not supposed to be able to even touch him. Yes, that should be true for all of us except Nozomi because of the bombs. What do we do? Should we go to the gym? Of course, we need to stop Mr. Maruko and rescue the Honorable Sire. But if he's really going to reach out to the artificial satellite, should we be stopping him? That's right. If there's a chance we can speak to everyone there, I think we'd all want that. But that's not possible. Even the Honorable Sire can't contact the satellite. Huh? What does that mean? I'm just saying, threatening him is pointless, so please help him instead. Is that an order? Understood, I will help. Wait, what do you mean he can't contact the satellite? Explain yourself. Everyone, I don't know anything about contacting the satellite, but the one thing I can say for sure is that Sire is an ally to humanity. He's just doing what he needs to do in order to save mankind. So if we lose him, we'll most certainly be at a disadvantage in the war going forward. I understand that you're already being asked to take a lot on faith alone. But why not save him and hear him out? For now, let's get to the gym. We can talk after. Right, something was clearly off with Gaku just now. For now, let's just try to assess the situation. And let's hurry to the gym before it's too late. We all sprint to the gym. Gaku, Takemaru and Moko too. Takemaru, Moko, what are you doing here? What's happening? Something's not right.
Can't take it anymore.
Just wanna talk to my family. Is that so wrong? Gaku, what's going on? And where's Sire? Sire? Huh? He's gone. Where did he go? Is he hiding?
Takumi, you did this. You're hiding him, aren't you?
What? Whose side are you really on anyway? Eva, Shion, Sire, even Eito.
Whose side are you really on?
What are you even saying? I feel like I'm going to go crazy with stress from not having any matches.
I wanna clash in the ring. Soul versus soul. I want my spirit to scream.
You too, Moko, what's going on? And our Sire, if you're going to get in our way, then...
We'll have to use force. I'm not playing.
They even have their infusers.
Hand over Sire right now! Little bastard needs to pay for screwing with my head.
Everyone stop, what's wrong with you? Could this be part of an invader attack? Huh? What do we do, team leader? They seem ready to fight. They're clearly not in their right minds. If you want to bring them back to normal, then we're just going to have to fight back. It's our only choice. Do you really have to fight our own friends? Eva, we need our infusers. Could you bring them to us as quick as you can? Understood. Shion, you can watch with Eva. We'll take care of this. Understood. Good luck. We just have to do this. We have to stop our friends. We'll figure out what happened after we knock some sense into them.
I can't believe we have to fight with our allies like this. But we have no choice.
Maybe we can just knock them out? Moko? Guys, what's happened to you?
I can do this much. Maybe this will do something. do what little I can. I'll try not to drag you down. I'll go, if you can stand me. I hope I'm... A worm like me can still
9.
crawl. I can't lose. A worm like me? I can't lose. I have to do this!
Down for the count,
Don't I wonder if I was any help.
Let's do this! Let's go!
Damn. I'm trash.
Easy clap. Gaku and the others woke up shortly after being knocked unconscious during the battle. Where's the Honorable Sirei? Sir, where are you? Oh, so they're awake. What am I doing here? Looks like he's back to normal. Do you remember what happened? What happened? I was just wanted to see if my family was safe on the satellite. I kept asking Sirei, but he told me it wasn't possible. That really ticked me off. It's my fault. It's all because I told Gaku we couldn't trust Sirei. Guess it ended up lighting a fire under him. I don't think that would be enough to push you so far over the edge. You were really acting weird. Phew, that's much better. Roku, are you okay? Do you remember what happened to you? I remember feeling a teensy bit stressed out lately. It's the first time I've gone this long without a match since I made my debut. But then things got weird. I felt strangely down and my memory was hazy. I guess the stress made me snap. Can you remember anything that might have triggered it? I don't know about the trigger, but the only thing that wasn't part of my normal routine was Takemoto and Gaku shared the snacks they got from Yugamo with me. Snacks? Looks like we are just in time. At last, prepare to hear the conclusion to this sordid case. Conclusion. Behind all of this commotion is a mastermind, a shadow figure pulling the strings behind the scenes. The person behind all of this is Among Us. Among Us.
I think.
You think? Yugamo, what the fuck? Das war jetzt aber kein Select, ne? Nee. I see, it's Yugamo. What? Mr. Omokage? He's the one behind all of this? Takemaru and Gaku were getting food from Yugamo, right? Ja, das habe ich sofort gemerkt. They're doing fine with food. Yugamo's been bringing them snacks. What can I say? I was concerned too. So that means the snacks they shared with Moko were... Yeah, they were from Yugamo. He made too many of them, so he gave me away the extras. Right, that's right. Every time I ate the food he gave me, it was like something I was trying to hold back inside of me started to growl and swell. Yeah, after a while I couldn't control my feelings of rage. The kind of rage I usually save for when I'm feuding with another wrestler. I knew it. The reason the three of you were acting strangely is because... Clark was wrong. You guys are moving the conversation right along on your own. This was meant to be when I presented my conclusion. Mr. Suino, how terribly rude. Even if you know what happened, you should keep that to yourself in the presence of a famed detective. My bad. Okay then, let's rewind and let the great Detective Kako finish this. Oh well, it's like Yugamo said. He's been working on something in a biolab. I'm developing a new drug in the biolab. It's for the benefit of everyone here, so no need to worry. You mean... That's right, he was developing a super mega animosity inducing drug. Oh, another incredible name from Kako. He mixed the super mega animosity inducing drug into the snacks and gave them to you three. We've been getting them for a few days too. My brain started to get all fuzzy after eating them a few times. The effects were probably mild at first, but got stronger as he refined the drug. So that's why it worked on me right away. So not cool. But why would Yugamu do this? And where is he? That's right, the case hasn't been solved yet. There's no sign of Yugamu or Sirei here. So we can presume that Yugamu's goal was actually to get us all gathered and confined in one place. In short, the series of disturbances is simply a means of buying time. Buying time? Right, it's all starting to come back to me. After he made me make the announcement in the war room, Yugamu told me if I went to the gym, I could talk to my family. And you believed that? Hey man, don't judge, I wasn't thinking straight. Right now, Mr. Omakake is alone with Sirei. He must be trying to fulfill his true goal. True goal? We must hurry and save the honorable Sirei. Where are those two? Yugamu Gaku's last spoke in the war room. I bet Yugamu is holding Sirei hostage there. If you figured that much out, what are you waiting for? We don't have time to stand around and waving a leisurely chat. Waving? Having. Was ist falsch mit mir? No, please. Let her speak. The conclusion is where the detective gets to show what she can do. She worked hard for this, you know? Enough, let's get over to the war room. Is that an order? Understood. We immediately took out toward the war room. We ran full speed on the halls and flew inside, where we were confronted by a shocking scene.
Yugamu! What are you doing?
Ah, Sabino! Save me!
Sirei, are you okay? You came faster than I expected. I thought my little distraction would buy me more time. Would you mind staying out of my way? There's something I have to do here.
How did you manage to crucify the Honorable Sirei? Your bomb should have detonated before you could lay a finger on him.
I'm not so foolish as to charge straight ahead when I know there's landmines in front of me. But I'm not so patient that I'd take the time to disarm each one either. I'm more the type who finds a way to get away with stepping right on them.
What does that even mean?
If you want to know, I'll show you. Look.
With that, Yugamu faced me and pulled off his overcoat.
What the? I opened myself up and took a look. Sirei was telling the truth. There was a small bomb embedded inside of me.
Don't tell me.
That's right. I surgically removed and destroyed the bomb. It wasn't easy, I'll tell you that much for free. I couldn't anesthetize myself, since I was my own primary surgeon.
You did that to yourself?
It was my first time doing it in the mirror, so it was a killer test of my skills. But you're making me feel so shy. All of these prying eyes on my exposed flesh. Don't look! Stop! Please, don't look at me. No, wait. Look at me. Feast your eyes on my humiliation. More.
This freak cannot be for real. You drugged us, you asshole. Why the hell would you do that? I wanted to see if what Eito said was true. What?
Are those you?
Ja, wie oft wollen wir das noch sehen? There's somebody out here who is very important to me. Someone I must kill. Someone you want to kill? That's your important person. I've undertaken a number of assassinations as a professional, including some I didn't really want to carry out. Each time, I felt the filth permeating my soul, and then I met someone who changed all that. It was the first time I ever truly wanted to kill another human from being from the bottom of my heart. So I made her a promise. Someday I'd kill her. I'd release her from the agony of living. Whoa, you are a freak. I have no idea what the heck I even just heard. Well, we all have our own values in life. I don't expect you to understand. But hearing her last gasp for breath is what I was born to do. That's why I needed to get in contact with the satellite. Just a short conversation would have been enough to reassure me. But Siri refused to help. My only choice was a resort to force. That's why you're doing this to him?
Of course I'd never just destroy him. But if I disable his functions one by one, maybe I can persuade him to send an emergency signal to the artificial satellite. Ideally, Sirei would change his stance on helping me before then, though.
Aha! You're the one behind this, Yugamu. Kaku, you could have could not have missed your timing more spectacularly. Please give me your orders. How should I proceed with stopping him? No, stand down. You'd better just sit and watch. Why are you trying to stop me anyway? Aren't you concerned about what Ato said? No way, he's obviously just full of it. Then wouldn't we all feel better if we had solid confirmation that's the case? Siri refusing to give us that confirmation makes me all the more curious about what exactly is going on. You're wrong. Even if the Honorable Siri wanted to reach out to the satellite, he can't. What? What do you mean? The mission is highly confidential. Not a single average citizen knows about it. Really? Ja, no shit, dass die Citizens das nicht... Aber da wird es doch wohl Militär geben. The moment they knew humanity was at risk of being wiped out, the people on the satellite would panic. That's why we need to conceal the very existence of the mission until attack succeeded, to avoid mass chaos. It was also determined that if we let you speak to the people on the satellite during the mission, it would only disrupt your focus. In other words, you can't comply with my demand. Then that leaves me no choice. Wait, no, destroying the Honorable here won't help you at all. Yogumu, can't you find another way? I think everything you're saying makes sense, but I don't think destroying Zero will help anything. It might make our future battles even more difficult. Just like in the alternate future Takumi went through. Yeah, that's right. If you lose, we really will never see the people we care about again. That's the true worst case scenario, isn't it? Even a worst case human being like me can see that. Yugamu, I understand your frustrations, but we need to prioritize winning this war. I've already experienced one bad ending, that's why I can say this with confidence.
If we lose this war, we lose everything. That's how high the stakes are here. Let's find another way. All of us. Together.
Huh. Takumi. You're so cute. A guy could fall for someone like you.
Does it mean you want to kill me now?
We'll just have to wait and see, won't we?
Yugamu responded with a small smile on his face before he let Sirei go free. Thanks for that. Sir, are you okay? Are you hurt? I'm fine, you did well persuading them, Nigo.
Huh?
Hold it, I let you go, but we're not done here. Could you at least tell me why? Tell me why? Why is it that even you can't contact the satellite? Well, I just told you why. But there's more to it than that, isn't there? What? Call it in essence intuition. I can't help but feel like you're not telling us everything. I wish you'd just tell me if there's some reason you can't contact them. This isn't a threat, it's a request from someone who's fighting alongside you. How about an answer, Sirei? Comrade to comrade. Sirei, I'm asking you for an answer too. Tell us if there's another reason. Sit down and hold yourself steady for this one, soldiers. Believe it or not, despite my good looks, I'm a robot. Gee, who would have guessed? I've been designed to see this mission through, no matter the circumstances. This requires me to have the intelligence to not only follow my predetermined programming, but also to be resourceful enough to adapt to any situation. Are you saying your brain isn't an AI? It's no mere artificial intelligence. My consciousness is based on...
The will of humanity.
The will of humanity? In order to optimize me to make the best choices for humanity, I've been programmed with the thought patterns of all mankind. Each time I need to make a decision, I simulate all of those thought patterns to arrive at an impartial response. I guess you could think of it as running a majority vote via simulation. That's the will of humanity? It's entirely simulated, but undeniably accurate. It incorporates the thought processes of every single human being alive today. My decisions are only ever based on what humanity wants. But all of mankind, everyone, the very fate of humanity hangs in the balance here. It's necessary for us to duly consider the opinions of all affected. Besides, on top of the mission being classified, I don't have the time to go around asking every single person how they feel. I run simulations so I can satisfy the collective will of the species. However, as you might imagine, it takes time to process all of those opinions. especially when making decisions on complex issues. So that's why you disappear so often when you've got a big decision to make. You need time to process all of it.
Yeah.
Think of it this way. I'm limited in what I can do by my programming. I can't do anything that would overrule the will of humanity. I also can't receive direct orders from any one person either. This is to avoid my decisions becoming corrupted by personal agendas. All I can do is carry out the decisions made by all mankind, for all mankind. By mankind, for... So you're saying the reason we can't contact the artificial satellite is? That's right, the will of humanity has decreed it. But why? You've heard some of the reasons, but there are plenty of others too. It is the opinion of all mankind after all. At any rate, for the sake of winning this war, I'm not allowed to contact the artificial satellite for you.
That is what humanity has decided.
That's humanity's answer to us? Does that go for you messing around with our memories too? Was that the will of humanity? The decision was made to help allay your anxieties, all in the name of winning the war. You can't just treat us like mindless objects, we are human too, you know? I'm a mindless object. Humanity feels very sorry about that. That's why I'm telling you all this now. This too is the will of humanity. Everything is to ensure our ultimate victory over the invaders. This is the outcome that mankind has chosen. The outcome chosen by mankind. Everything that's happened up to this point was decided by humanity itself. But I want you to understand one thing. Humanity is not trying to make you suffer. In fact, they're supporting you more than anyone. That's why I make the hard decisions that will bring us closer to victory. This is all I can tell you. Even if you can't accept it, I hope you at least understand it.
Humanity wishes for your safety and victory. And of course, this message is brought to you by the will of humanity too.
Not one of us could bring ourselves to say anything after hearing Sirius' message. Neither I nor anyone else could find the words. By the time we returned to our rooms, it was already late at night. The will of humanity. So all of us getting dragged here all of a sudden and forced to fight without any clue what's going on. That was what humanity wanted? A decision made by all mankind? Were my mom and dad involved in that decision? Everyone I know? But we must count as part of humanity too, right? What about our opinions? If it's majority rule, is there any point protesting? Are our opinions as a minority being thrown out even though we are the ones doing the fighting? Is that what collective will means? The more I learn, the more I feel like I'm sinking further into the mud. Maybe that's why they didn't tell us this. Is that why the decision came to be? No matter how much I think about it, all it does is twist my brain into a tight-ass knot. But it's clear our only chance for survival is to keep fighting. In the end, that's all we can do. Ding dong bing bong. Morning already, I barely slept. I don't feel rested at all. But I suppose everyone waiting in the cafeteria. Intruder alert. They're here, the invaders are here. I completely let my guard down, but the alarm snapped me back to reality in an instant. Back to this reality, where I was fighting a war and could be attacked at any time. I need to get to the war room. For the love of murder, what a lovely morning surprise. So kind of them to come so early. I haven't even begun to process what we talked about yesterday. I so do not need this right now. But we'd better get going. It's not like we can refuse at this point. You come rush off to the war room. Takumi, they're here, and look who they brought with them. Who? Mind taking a look at the monitor, son? Siri pointed to the monitor. The silhouette of a human stood out in the horde of invaders. It was walking slowly, holding a weapon I recognized. I knew who it had to be.
Ato! He's alive? I thought he'd have got the cryptoglobin sucked out of him like a juice box long before now.
So he's back? And he brought invaders with him?
Ato, are you planning on storming the school?
Then are we going to have to fight Ato this time? For real? But he's a member of the special defense unit just like us. The hell he is, he's a traitor. A member of the special defense unit who has sided with the invader as an enemy. I will kill all enemies. That's right, there's no replacing his loose screws. We have to take him out. Das ist halt weird, dass der nicht gebrainwashed wurde. How? How wurde der nicht gebrainwashed? No need to go easy on him. Today you'll have to kill him. You hear me, Sumino? Is that the will of humanity speaking again? Indeed it is.
Okay, look sharp, soldiers. All of you are going to defend the school and defend humanity. Time for another defensive battle.
Maybe we're wrong. That might not be Ato. Huh? What do you mean it's not Ato? Didn't I tell you? One of the enemy commanders has the ability to make copies of people.
Right, the creep who pretended to be me. Is this the same one?
That makes it easier. Let's end this in a shower of viscera and spinal fluid, shall we? Yes, let's kill our enemies. Please give me my orders.
Kill Ato. Kill him.
What is that? There's even more Atos now?
Ew, creepy! I literally cannot!
The same thing pretty much happened to
So
you.
he really was a copy.
Oh, da muss ich
Then
aufpassen.
what happened to the real Ato? I'm sure the real him was already killed, just like Moko was before.
So creepy! I literally cannot deal with being murdered!
But if that's not the real Ato, then we don't need to hesitate.
Not that we ever needed to, even if it really was him.
You're all so drooly. So drooly.
Ew, gross!
What is that?
Copies of us.
Huh? Now we have to fight ourselves? Lame!
The version of me over there? Girl, your skin looks rough! Are you using your steamer?
Who cares about the enemy's stupid skin?
I'm getting real tired of hearing the fake Atos speeches. Let's get this over with.
Right. Copy or not, we have to take him out. Yes. Let's all work together to kill the invaders.
How long are you going to ally yourselves with the filth that is mankind?
Ignore him. He's just trying to rile you up.
Who should they really be ignoring, Which one of us is telling the truth? I suppose nothing I say will get through to you all. Sirei has twisted your brains up so much that you're completely obedient to him. It's so beyond pitiful that it goes back around to being hilarious. The Earth you're trying so hard to protect is already long dead. Do you hear me? Earth died a long time ago. You didn't know, did you? How do you suppose that happened? Go on, explore those doubts. Let your suspicions of humanity grow deeper and deeper.
Sir, it just occurred to me that, well, perhaps...
Yeah, seems like the real Eito Atsuki snuck in with the copies.
Who cares if I'm real or fake? Either way, what I'm telling you is the truth. You're being deceived by Sirei. He's manipulating you and forcing you to fight. Let me break you free of the spell cast on you by those ghastly, rotten humans!
Real Eito. The real Eito is hiding among those clones. Take him down along with the commander. Sure. Sure. I did it.
It's over, is it? In the end, I couldn't beat you.
You're the real Eito, aren't you? You slipped in with the crowd of copies.
So, you're still alive. We'd thought Veshness would have taken your cryptoglobin for herself by now.
I was hoping to absorb more of your cryptoglobin so she could have it.
Fat chance, asshole.
And since I know the truth, I wanted to share it with all of you pitiful souls. As ugly as you all are, I'd feel bad leaving you with the wool pulled over your eyes.
Shut up! We're not gonna get manipulated by your lies anymore.
Lies? Is that what Sirei told you? Well, I guess he would, wouldn't he? If you knew the truth. There's no way you'd continue to fight. Then he'd have to go around erasing all of your memories.
You have some nerve coming back here with more lies and delusions.
Sirei, you're here.
I couldn't stand to listen to this. I'm sure you already know, but you can't give Atsuki any credence, okay? He's trying to confuse you with his nonsense so he can destroy humanity.
Big words from the root of all evil.
I suppose that must be how I seem to you. You, who believes from the bottom of your heart that humanity is your enemy.
That's when it happened. Suddenly someone appeared. Another Eito. This one abnormal looking. While we were distracted by what the real Eito was saying, the other one had shown up behind Sirei and suddenly swung his scythe down on our commanding officer. I heard the dull sound of something being pierced by a sharp blade. Sirei wasn't the one struck by the blade. Instead it was Nigo, who put himself in between Sirei and the attacker.
Nigo.
Sir! Honorable Sirei, sir! Please, protect humanity! Find a way to save mankind!
After choking on his final plea, Nigo stopped moving forever.
Oh, Nigo? No! Nigo!
Another one of those evil clone fucks! I thought we got rid of them all!
Oh, so close! Just a little more and I would have had him.
Immediately after, the strange-looking Eito began to melt away.
I am Zenta, the paragon of harmony. Even if my flesh is destroyed here, my soul shall return to destroy you vile invaders.
Invaders? This one is saying it too.
God will never forgive you. Prepare for your reckoning.
Goodness, what a mockery that was.
Als wenn Ato jetzt einfach wieder weglaufen kann. Was ist falsch mit euch? Bloß nearly dead. Und ihr seid 20 Leute gefühlt. What a relief. Thank you. Now I'm back. I couldn't let you take the final commander. This power belongs to Overlord Vashnis. Overlord, you've completely submitted to her. So now you've just have to give Vashnis this newly acquired power. You think you're just gonna get away from us? Let's settle things. Ato, you and... My vision was suddenly overwhelmed by a cloud of dust. It was dust that had been kicked up into the air by something landing on the ground at a breakneck speed.
What was that?
It's...
You did well, boy. As a reward, I will grant your wish. You wish to become one with my greatness and destroy humanity. Yes.
Was that Shion?
Is everyone okay? Hey, reel it in. You already used your power like that. Not too that long ago. But I couldn't just abandon them. I promised I'd fight with them. They're important friends to me. We all brace ourselves as we heard that laugh. Friends, how comical, coming from a monster like you. But your surprise attack just now was impressive. If I use all my power I have left, I can kill you. Even if you do, you won't be able to completely eliminate us. I don't care what happens as long as I kill you. So the awe-inspiring second coming has now submitted to the will of the invaders. Invaders again. Even the Supreme Commander is saying it. Fine. I will return some other time. To take your power for myself, that is. I will prepare a worthy stage for my grand and supreme victory. As for you, my foolish sister, captured by these lowly invaders. Sister, is that true? I don't know. All I'm here is to kill the invaders. Disgraced and turned into a puppet by the enemy. Sheer stupidity. You're worthless. A stain on my grand name. Sooner or later I will end your life as well, rest assured. I wait in fear and horror for the moment I make my return. The throes of your deaths will be the hymn of my ascension to godhood. With that, Vashnis was gone. Each one of us stood still as statues until she was completely out of sight, and then all of our gazes turned in the same direction. To him lying on the ground. Ach so. Ach so lebt noch. I gave up most of my strength to her. Well, at least I did the bare minimum. You're still alive. Looks like Shion's intervention prevented Ato's own power from being absorbed, but Vashnis still managed to take all of the commander's Simo Enema. She's no doubt become incredibly powerful now, all because of this traitor. You really done it this time. If you hate me so much, then make it quick. I've had more than enough of dealing with you too. Sumino, you must already know this. Now how big of a mistake it was to let him live. Let's correct this mistake and kill him now, for the sake of humanity. But even Ato is a human like us, right? And we're supposed to kill him? If you're hesitant to kill him, should I step in? Think of it as my way of apologizing for the mess I made earlier. We capture him, he'll just escape again. Next time, he might kill somebody. But what about what he said about Earth being gone and humanity being the invaders? That's obviously bullshit. Well, I've given up on trying to get you to believe me. Let's kill him. We must avenge Nigo. Right, that's the only choice, man. Sumino, do you Do what you need to do in the name of winning this war. What I need to do. There's no sense in letting Eito live. All he does is cause unease and anxiety. It doesn't matter that he's human. We have to do this if we want to win. We have to kill him if we want to win. Human or not, he has to die.
Takumi? Are you okay?
You just look kind of frightened for a minute. I think you should make the choice that's true to you, Takumi. No matter what it may be, I'll support you. A choice that's true to me. What's true to me anyway? Can I really just ignore what Eito says? Can I just assume it's a lie without even hearing him out? Can I kill him? What do I really want to do? What's the right decision here? I mean, so wie sich das anhört, ist es anscheinend nicht richtig. Also müssen wir ihn leben lassen. Das Beste ist, wenn man die andere Route machen will, dann muss man nochmal den ganzen Fight machen. Man kann ihn nicht Start machen. Eito, we'll probably never understand each other, even if we try. And that's why I don't want to kill you.
You're human. Just like us. I don't want to kill you just because I don't understand you.
You're still going to let me live? You're a really nice guy, Takumi. Really, just too nice.
I feel sick to my stomach having my life spared by someone as ugly as you.
Say what you want. I'm not killing you. I have things I want to ask you. Suno, this is the wrong decision. I strongly suggest you rethink it. You have no reason to listen to this traitor. He'll only deceive you. Who's really doing the deceiving, Well, it's not my problem anymore. That's for you to decide, Takumi. Since you let me live, I'll tell you everything I know. And what happens next will be up to all of you to decide. Eito collapsed before he could finish his sentence. Yeesh, the bastard's passed out. Should I splash water on him to wake him up? Although a real badass would dump a bunch of cicadas on him right now. Why wake him up? If you're not going to kill him, let's just lock him up. We'd be in trouble if he woke up and started going berserk, and I'm dead tired from all the fighting. Right, me too. I'm so worn down. I feel like I'm about to vanish. You really are about to vanish. Are you okay? Then let's put Eito in the cage and get some rest. Really not going to kill Aotsuki? You'll regret this, you know. Even so, I don't want to kill another human being, even if it goes against the will of humanity. You're truly naive, Takumi, but if that's your choice... Come on, let's all carry him. What a pain. Can't we just get Sirius drones to do it? There's no way we can trust Sirius with Eito's care. Who knows what he might try to do to him. I've decided not to kill him. As horrible a person as he may be, I need to keep him alive. Excuse me, may I carry Nigo? I want to carry him. Sure, do whatever you want. Then I shall. Thank you, Eva. I'm sure Nigo would be happy to know you're still caring for him. Eva gently lifted up Nigo's immobilized body in her arms. The rest of us carried Eito to his cage in the courtyard. After that, we made a quick trip to the cafeteria. I was in the mood for a quick energy boost. There were others in the cafeteria with me, but they all seemed completely exhausted. I'm tired. Who isn't? We just had a defensive battle and a lot of crazy stuff happened. Eito isn't going to escape, is he? We locked him up tight to make sure he won't, and Takemaru is going to stay and watch tonight just to make sure. I see, that's good. Although it's entirely possible that Sira will erase our memories and in the morning we'll all think he died of something. I didn't necessarily believe that what Eito was saying, but I did want to hear him out. And I wasn't the only one with that opinion. Takemaru felt the same way. What with his distrust of Siri and all. In fact, he was the one who suggested that we stand watch over Eito tonight. But I couldn't just leave it all in Takemaru's hand. So I ended up alternating shifts with him. You know, it's not only Eito's words that have stuck with me. It's what Vishnu said as well. You must be curious too, right? She was calling us invaders. Oh, that's right. Same with the other commanders. What do you suppose that means? If what they're saying is true, then... No, thinking about that right now would be a waste of time. It's all speculation anyway. Yeah, I have the feeling Eito will have something to say on that subject too. We'll think about it after we've heard him out and decide whether to believe if it's true or not. Right, let's go talk to him after breakfast tomorrow. Sounds like a plan. After that, Takemaru and I watched over Eito until morning, the two of us taking turns getting a little shut-eye. Thus, a new day came, bringing my 57th day at Last Defense Academy to a close. I woke up on a bench in the courtyard. Apparently I nodded off at some point in the night. What about Eito? Good morning, Takumi. You were watching over me like this. You must have let your guard down if you fell asleep, though. I know you're tired after yesterday's battle, but weren't you worried I'd kill you? You're locked up tight, and if you'd attacked me, I'd have had to kill you first, that's all. I've already lost to you a few times now, and you took a lot of my hemo-enema while you were at it. But knowing someone as hideous as you stayed by my side all night long still makes me want to throw up. Cut that out, Eito. We've got important business today. You're going to tell us everything you know. We decide after whether you're lying or telling the truth. Who am I to refuse? That's why you kept me alive, isn't it? I'll tell you the truth. No falsehoods, no distortions. After that, I gathered everyone in the courtyard. Everyone who gathered in the courtyard glared at Eito with pointed glances. Meanwhile, Eito himself had an unfittingly cheery grin. How wonderful. I haven't seen all of you together like this since the first few days after we got here. Although it does not nauseate me to look at you in all your ugliness. Hey, are you sure I can't kill this asshole? At least wait until after he talks. The sooner we kill him the better, I say. It's not too late. It would benefit all of humanity. Getting desperate, are we, C-Ray? What's the big rush? Is it that much of a problem for you if I divulge the truth? I wish you'd stop with this foolishness. All I want to do is protect everyone from your lies. Protect them, please. You just want to force them to fight for you. Can we get on with the truth revealing, please? Oh, but what about Shion? He's too worn out to make an avatar right now. I don't think he'll be able to show himself for a while. I see. He had to push himself to the limit for us. And what about Eva? Ever since yesterday, she's been with Nico, holding him. She's completely out of it. I'm not sure if she'll turn up. Excuse me for being late. Eva, that's... There was nothing... There was nothing I could do for Nico. He's broken and immobile. All of the circuitry that powers him is fried. He's beyond repair. I figured as much. But why are you still holding on to him, Eva? I'm not sure. It just feels right. Right? Yes, right. Very right. This one turned into a real trip, hasn't she? Did Siri brainwash her? What an ugly thing to do. And you're all just as messed up for turning a blind eye to it. A blind eye? I feel really bad for her. We're too deranged to comprehend this, but humanity cannot afford to lose this war. I will do anything within my means to assure our victory. Ugly thoughts befitting an ugly species. Let's get on to what really matters, Eito. Sure, I'm ready when you are. So what is the truth you've learned? Let's hear it. One lie out of you and I'll cave your head in. Better start smashing now. All this guy has is lies. He wants the total annihilation of humanity, remember? There's no reason for him to cooperate with you. I've already given up on that dream. I did the moment I lost to you. I have no goals at all now. I simply want to tell you what I know. If I didn't, I would feel just as terrible for all my repulsive ex-friends. Terrible? Why? Because you're fighting without any awareness. No clue at all what the true objective of this war is. The true objective. Okay, looks like he's about to start weaving his little tapestry of lies now. So why don't we just call it a day and... Enough, shut up. You think this war will save humanity? Well, you're not totally wrong, but... Humans are actually the ones who started this war in the first place.
The root of all the evil happening here is humanity itself.
Humanity. Can't listen to him. He's just trying to discredit us. Remember what Veshnu said in the battle yesterday, right? So the awe-inspiring Second Coming has now submitted to the will of the invaders. I'll tell you what she meant by invaders. It all ties back to the very place we are right now. You know, Last Defense Academy. Don't let him fool you.
It's not on Earth. This is not Earth. It never was.
Pardon? Not Earth. You were taken from the Tokyo residential complex where you lived and ended up at this school. But you weren't taken to Earth. You were taken to another planet. I don't understand what you're trying to say. What do you mean this isn't Earth? Perhaps you should ask C-Ray. He knows more than anyone, don't you? This is just a bunch of nonsense. Is it really? Then why do the commanders call us invaders? C-Ray, tell us the truth. We want to hear it. We want to save humanity just like you do, so please be honest with us. Please, C-Ray. Cat, got your tongue? Or is it the will of humanity again? Enough already, spit it out. I want to know too. Shion, if you need approval from the will of humanity, how about I persuade them?
If you won't tell my friends what's going on, I'll end my life right here and now.
What? You think I'll buy a threat like that? You don't even have the strength to kill your... I can extinguish the undying flames on the door to the defense room, and if I do that, my friends can kill me. Us! Which means this entire mission will end in failure. If you don't want that to happen, you'll tell us what's really going on. They have the right to know. They're the ones laying their lives on the line to fight for you. If you can't do that, if the will of humanity won't allow it...
Then I refuse to take part in this. I'll throw my whole life away.
Shion. You're serious, aren't you? Fine, I get it. I can't afford to lose you. I can't allow the mission to fail. Does that mean you're ready to talk now? Wonderful, we can finally get the story straight. I'll tell you the truth I learned from Rashnus and the other commanders. Alright, let's hear it. What did the invaders tell you? The information I have comes directly from the commanders, as well as from written material I found in their base. I will present to you the conclusions I gleaned from them. This is the story of how the stupid, abominable war started. It's likely everything started with world death. Even you guys know about that, right? Yeah, we do.
World death rendered Earth uninhabitable for humans, and most of humanity died out.
Seeing as we're talking about humanity and all of its repulsiveness, there probably wasn't just the destruction of nature, but also war over limited resources that caused it.
In the end, what remained of humanity moved to massive underground shelters. Right?
Smart boy. But the problem comes after that. What do you suppose mankind decided to do next, while their planet was slowly dying?
They abandoned Earth. Humanity fled from a dying Earth and began searching for a home on a new planet. Fled to a new planet? No surprise, this is too much for the pink slurry in your ugly skull's process. You can hardly even fathom it, can you? For those of us who only knew life in a Tokyo residential complex, the concept of the cosmos may as well have not even existed. But while we were oblivious to what was going on, plans to move to another planet were steadily progressing. Do you mean the Exodus project? But wasn't that just an evacuation? I think C-Ray should be the one to tell us what humanity's true plans were. Go on, C-Ray. Fine. After Earth was overcome by world death and humanity fled to the underground city shelters, mankind devoted all of its wisdom into developing the Exodus project. This led to the development of an ultra-large spaceship capable of warp travel exceeding the speed of light and able to accommodate all surviving humans. That would be the artificial satellite.
The artificial satellite is a spaceship?
It is the pinnacle of human ingenuity. It took generations to complete, but by the time the artificial satellite was complete, Earth was on the verge of exploding at any moment. Humanity needed to make its escape as soon as possible. They boarded the artificial satellite and left Earth.
They already had a destination in mind. When humanity was developing the artificial satellite, they had also been searching for a habitable planet. Miraculously, in a far-off galaxy, they located a world with an environment much like Earth's.
They named the planet KXK 787. In many ways, it was like Earth's long-lost sister. It was located in a habitable zone that allowed for organic life. And the majority of the planet's surface was covered in water. All of the conditions were perfect for supporting life. It was truly a suitable second Earth. Humanity decided to abandon its dying Earth and head for that planet on the artificial satellite.
So what you're saying is, right now, we're
on planet KXK 787. Located in a galaxy far from Earth. Yes, humanity reached its destination in fine form. Took many long years after their departure, though.
Many long years? Is that how long we've been away from the Tokyo residential complex? No, the complex as we know it was never on Earth. It was on the artificial satellite. The complex is on the satellite?
Yeah.
The Tokyo residential complex is indeed located inside of the artificial satellite. Humanity took hundreds of years to reach this planet, living in that megastructure in the meantime.
You're telling me we never lived on Earth at all? We were in space the whole damn time?
Und wie sind denn am Anfang vom Spiel sind doch die Invader da reingekommen?
That must be why there is so little information about Earth in the complex. It was already a long abandoned planet.
Hold on a sec, this is too much to take in all at once, I feel sick. I never would have guessed things were happening on an interplanetary scale. That's one of the reasons we didn't tell you. We thought it was a truth too far removed from reality that would only serve to confuse you. But how come nobody ever mentioned it in the complex? I mean, I never really talked to anybody anyhow, but still. Soon after we left Earth, factions formed that believed we should return. The conflict between factions was so serious that it threatened to spark a civil war. So we decided to restrict the intel available to most civilians from that point on. Consequently, information about Earth and the artificial satellite was suppressed. But after all of the blood, sweat and tears spent getting here, humanity had made a grave miscalculations. There was another intelligent life form not too dissimilar from humans already living here. This was another way the planet was just like Earth. They had formed their own culture on this planet as complex as those on Earth. At first, humanity attempted to communicate with them, but in the end, the language barrier led to conflict. War over territory is one of humanity's ugly traditions. And we're still fighting that war now? This planet was behind Earth in terms of science and technology, but it had a powerful force that more than made up for the difference. Periodically, those with mutated special blood would be born on this planet. What we call crypto goblin or hemo anima.
Those with this power are revered here as heroes, chosen by God.
You mean the commanders?
Humanity's weapons were useless against them. For generations, they struggled against those fierce heroes. Humanity was never quite able to overcome this power, and as a result, were unable to seize the planet.
So the invaders are the original inhabitants of this planet? Just the commanders. The others are just pets created for battle by Vashnis. So they're just trying to protect their planet from us? From the real invaders? They're regular citizens on this planet. Are the commanders fighting to protect them? You won't see any civilians around here. The damage from the past battles is too severe, but they are most certainly average citizens too. And they're terrified of us. What the hell? We are the real invaders? Zero, what's the big idea tricking us like this? I didn't do anything deceptive. The invaders are enemies of humanity. That's completely true. But humanity is the one doing the invading, right? That means we're the bad guys. We're just trying to protect their home. They are just trying to protect their
There's
home.
no good and bad in war. War is when two different visions of justice fight for victory. Righteousness belongs to the winner.
That's all bullshit. You're forcing us to fight a war of conquest. It's the only way humanity can survive. Was? So, die können auf dem fucking spaceship surviven. We can't keep living... Why not? Ja, dann repariert es in der Zeit. Was ist das denn? It will inevitably degrade over time. There's been a significant decline in the human population over the last few decades, believed to be the effect of prolonged living in a confined space. Humanity can't last much longer. We need a new planet to inhabit as soon as possible. Bro, ich sag's jedes Mal, wenn ein Spiel diesen scheiß Plot bringt. Humanity hat Pech gehabt, wenn die die Erde kaputt machen. Survival of the fittest, und wenn sie es nicht hinbekommen, Pech gehabt.
That's why we need to take this one. It's the only way that humanity can survive.
How can that be? Why is it that you hid this from us? Shame? The people of the complex have no idea this war is taking place, let alone the mission we are currently engaged in. It's highly confidential, known only to government and military authorities. It would be too risky to subject those already living such a confined existence to the added stress of war. Who knows what kind of tragic future would befall them if they fell into a state of panic. So excluding the alarm that goes off whenever the enemy attacks, we hid everything from the general populace. Naturally, you'd have had no idea about this either, so we decided to keep it that way. So that's why we were brought to the school without any idea of what's going on. But what is this place? What is Last Defense Academy? It's something humans made, right? What's it doing on this planet?
Last Defense Academy is a special spacecraft deployed from the artificial satellite.
The school is a spaceship too? OMG.
Last Defense Academy was created for this mission. It also serves as a weapon for raising all life on this planet. We deployed it from the artificial satellite with all of you on board. And after you landed, Shion surrounded it with his undying flames to protect him while he builds enough power to wipe out the denizens of this planet.
But, why make it look like a school?
There's no deep reason for that. We just wanted to give Shion what he wished for.
What I wished for?
You wanted to go to school like a normal kid at least once in your lifetime, right? Well, this mission wouldn't exist without you. We wanted to do that much for you.
The only successful hemoenema infusions were on young people around your age too, so it all fit pretty well thematically. Right, tell us more about hemoenema. You said it was this planet's special power? Yes, it's a very intriguing story. There's more. As you have heard, Crypto Goblin was originally a power found only on this planet. It was also what caused the most anguish for Earth forces throughout this war. The only thing that could harm Crypto Goblin users was the power of Crypto Goblin itself. There was nothing humanity could do. So desperate to win at any cost, they began to research Crypto Goblin. That's when a once in a lifetime opportunity came along. It was around a couple of decades ago, I believe. You know about that too, huh? At that time, a being with nigh limitless power was born in this planet. He was like nothing that had ever been seen before. The Futurians even called him the Second Coming. The Second Coming. The child was captured by a human recon team that had infiltrated enemy territory. The child was Yushion. This event brought humanity back from the brink of death. They successfully stole the enemy's most powerful weapon, something capable of ending the centuries-long stalemate. That was me. I was born on this planet, and now I'm here trying to destroy it. How cruel. What I'm about to tell you now is just conjecture, but with the Second Coming at their disposal, Crypto Goblin research made great leaps forward. As a result, humans compatible with Crypto Goblin were found, meaning us. And so we were sent here, along with Shion, the most destructive weapon this war has ever known. Is that really what happened? Well, Cirei? We will never have a chance like this again. This is our first and last opportunity to definitely save mankind. Thanks to all of you, Yuimo Enema and Shion's incredible power, our long-held wish can finally come true. You've got to be kidding. I can't believe this. How could you kidnap Shion and make him attack his own people? And don't just brush us off with all that Will of Humanity stuff this time. It has to be done for the sake of survival. Hey, why don't we just stop? We can end this war, right? We can communicate with each other now. If we talk it out and find a path toward coexistence, that'll never work. This war has gone on for too long. It's well past the point of being something we can solve with words. And you yourself have killed the heroes of this planet over and over. There's no turning back now, not for humans and not for the people of Futurum. Futurum? That's the name of this planet. That's how it sounded pronounced in the local tongue anyway. Futurum. The name of this planet. There you have it. That's the truth about this war that's been kept from you. Did I get the details right, Cirei? Indeed, it's just as you say. What do you mean it's just as you say? Is that all? You tricked us, you tricked Shion, and you were gonna make us destroy everything on this planet too. That's really messed up. The ultimate heel turn. I hear you, troops, but it had to be done. This was the only way to ensure humanity would survive. It had to be done? That's your justification? Are you fine with humanity dying out then? Could you face all those people up on an artificial satellite and say that? I mean, die Leute sterben ja nicht. Die jetzt leben. Oder sterben. Ist der Satellit jetzt in der nächsten Woche kaputt oder was? Was ist das denn für ein Take? This is the only way for mankind to live on. The only way to protect everyone out you care about. Das ist so ein Blödsinn. That's all I have to say. My work is done. No, there's still one thing left. Remember what you said before?
Are those you hold dear, actually?
Oh, that. It was just a leading question. What? I had no idea about the details behind our Crypto Goblin transfusion at the time, or even the reason why we were chosen for the Special Defense Unit. I thought maybe it was because Cirei had tampered with my memories. But even if that was the case, a lot of the other things didn't add up to me. Like maybe even our memories come from the complex are. Eva, what's wrong? Eva. Oh. After a sudden outburst of screaming, Eva did something no one was anticipating. There was a soft, wet sound, and the next thing was Eva's blade piercing through Cirei's body.
What are you doing, Ava?
Ava, stop!
We hurriedly pulled Eva away from Cirei. But it was too late. Finally ist er tot. Cirei. It's no use. He's not responding. It's just like what happened with Nigo. No, she broke him. Eva, why would you do that? Oh dear, it seems like she's broken too. This is your fault, you know. You crossed the line when you messed with her mind. It's not our fault, Zero did it. No, it's my fault. I couldn't work up the nerve to stop him, and now it's all my fault. I should have tried harder. Well, now that Sirius told us the truth, it's not like you had any further use for him. Ato slowly sat down as he spoke. And the same goes for me. I'll be getting some rest here in my cage. Don't worry, I won't try to escape, even if there's a power outage. I don't plan on hindering you guys anymore. I just want to see how it all plays out. The conclusion to your ugly, loathsome life. Enough, shut up already. As you wish. Good luck with everything. Now that Sirius is broken, you'll have to decide for yourselves what you want to do next. Including whether or not you want to keep fighting here. Ado lay down on the spot, ending the conversation then and there. So is Cirei like really broken for real? He's done for. He's not going to be telling us anything anymore. What do we do, Takumi? Huh? What do we do? This wasn't the first time the Siri had been destroyed. I'd seen it last time too. But that had led to the worst possible outcome. I couldn't let anything like that happen again. Let's get him to the war room. Maybe there's something that can help. Right, I'll see if there's anything I can do for him. What about this other broken individual? I think we'd better let Eva get some rest. Should I put her back in the other cage? It was my fault. I made her suffer. It's all my fault. My head, it hurts.
My head, it hurts. Oh, my head hurts. He's going to split in half.
What's wrong? Noshuma's going crazy. I think we better get him to go back to his room and rest. Damn it, this whole place, damn place is going to hell. We ain't even on Earth. We're fighting to steal a planet from its rightful owners. Shion's a freaking alien. Siri, Eva and Shoma are all messed up. Everything's completely screwed. Everyone was completely disoriented. All of these unexpected developments and unfathomable truths left our brains overloaded. I'd lived through these 100 days once before. And I was still stunned. My mind went blank, at a loss of how to process the situation thrust upon me. This do-over was supposed to help me fix the mistakes I'd made before, but were we really any better off? We'd lost friends along the way, and now we had this new, chilling reality to deal with. Were we really headed for a happy ending? Was there even such a thing waiting at the end of this road? Back in my room, I lay in bed. I was completely exhausted. I just wanted to empty my mind and rest. I closed my eyes and forced my consciousness into the darkness.
It's asleep.
Finally.
I had been 5 days in Gadua, at first in poor shape. At first it was in such poor shape that it kept vomiting, and it was extremely wary of humans. Kadua took it to the vet and gave it constant care. It regained its energy bit by bit until it could finally fall asleep peacefully.
You sure find a lot of lost animals, even though you get lost too.
That was only when I was little. Maybe it's because I used to get lost a lot that I know how lonely the lost can feel.
So, what do we do with it now?
I'll take care of it at home while I look for someone to take it in.
Then I'll give you a hand. I'm sure I can find someone to adopt it.
Taki, you're a nice guy. Sorry for getting you caught up in my selfish mess.
It's not the first time, and it won't be the last. You don't have to get weird about it now.
Was für ein Rauschen?
Yeah, thanks.
Hey, are you okay? You didn't get yourself sick after constantly nursing this little guy, did you? I know you're worried about it. But what happens if you get sick too?
But I feel so sorry for him. It must be really hard to be alone all the time.
Still, you should rest.
You want to play again? You have so much energy.
He's looking so much better now.
Right? And thanks to you, Taki, we found him an owner.
Aren't you glad you left it to me and took a rest? You get carried away too quickly.
I know. Thank you so much, Taki. You're always helping me. But if you're ever in trouble, I'll be sure to help you out too, no matter the cost.
Excuse me? No matter the cost? You're getting carried away again.
No, I'm not. I'm being serious. I mean it, you know?
You know? Ding dong bing bong. The usual announcement played the next morning, even though Zero was out of action. Right, it's a recording. I murmured to myself and turned over in my bed. Honestly, I had no desire to think about anything. I wanted to forget it all and lay in bed. But I can't. Nothing's really been settled yet. We'll have to come up with a plan. I need to talk to everyone. Wait. I dragged my sluggish body off to the Once I got there was no sign of Shion or Eva. And of course no sign of Siri either. As for the rest of us, we were still completely lost in confusion after learning the facts revealed to us yesterday. Shomo's not here. Hope he's okay. I just checked on him earlier. He said his head still hurts. Seems like he's in a real bad way. I'm gonna bring him some protein boosted stew later. I guess it's not all that odd to have a headache after what we heard. Oh, about that, something occurred to me yesterday. It's probably because of the war that all of the buildings around the school are in ruins, right? This war has presumably been going on for generations. The planet's cities, no doubt, got laid to waste during that time. But regular citizens lived in them. And us humans are the ones to blame. Were those commanders only fighting to protect them? Damn it, no matter how you look at it, we're the assholes here. That's right, an ally of justice wouldn't have such a foul mouth. And also, I went to the courtyard to check on Eva. She was fast asleep. Ato said she's been out cold the whole time. Don't even mention that guy, just remembering he exists ruins my day. But why did Eva snap like that all of a sudden? Maybe her brainwashing wore off. It could be that yesterday's discussion triggered her in some way. Which would mean Eva is... So what do we do now? Huh? What do we do? Don't tell me we are just gonna keep fighting, like we've been doing all this time. But that's our only option for protecting humanity, right? Can't be serious. We found out we're the bad guys and you still wanna keep going? There's no good and evil in the war. It's just like Siri said. And don't forget about Vashnis. Even if we give up, she'll come for us all the same. We have to fight if we want to live. Or have you even given up on that? Given up on living? No, we can't let that happen. I came back from another 100 days to keep you guys alive. We've lost so much, but that doesn't mean we can just give up. When I think about our friends who lost their lives, I know I can't give up on living. Even with all that's happened, I still want to live. I want to survive and go home. I want to go back to my grandpa's workshop. And I'm not about to throw in the towel and allow Kaku to die in a place like this. I don't want to die. Or let anyone else die either. Guess so long as it's our only way to survive, we are really in this to the end. But then I think about the people of this planet and Eva and Shion too. Did I hear my name? I will obey any order you give me. You're here. I will kill if I'm told to kill. I will die if I'm told to die. Nothing has changed. Please use me as you please. I belong to all of you. Hey Eva, do you remember yesterday? Do you understand what you've done? What do you mean? I only do as I'm ordered. Does she really not remember? For the love of murder, I knew she was broken. I want to kill the invaders. Kill and massacre them all. Gem all. No, you're one of the people of this planet. We can't make you fight anymore. More importantly, we can't fight with her. What if she breaks like she did yesterday? You're ordering me to remain on standby? Understood. Man, if I knew I was gonna feel this terrible about it, I would have preferred never hearing the truth. Maybe that was Ato's goal all along. To shake us by telling us the truth. If Ato's intention in telling us the truth was to upset us, then he pulled it off with flying colors. We'd lost the righteousness that justified our actions, and we'd lost Sirei, who was pushing us toward our goal. Yeah, we were shaken, alright. We didn't talk about anything important after that, and eventually retreated to our rooms. The day had just started, and I'd already lost count of how many times I'd let out a disheartening sigh. I'm feeling heavy, but I need to prepare for battle. The reason I came back was to protect Karua and everyone else this time. I have to stand by that now that no more than ever. I can't afford to stop. Warum mache ich ihn noch nicht fertig? Ach so, ich konnte den eben nicht machen. Deswegen. Nee, Tool war nicht richtig. So. Da. Ding dong bing bong. Serious announcement continued like clockwork, heedless of his instruction. I never really trusted him, but the truth is, he did what he did for the sake of humanity. I wonder how losing him will change things for us this time. When I lay down in bed, I closed my eyes and forced my thoughts to shut down. I knew if I didn't, I wouldn't get any sleep. Day 60 already. It's the second time I've made it this far. Things have played out almost completely differently this time around though. Have I changed history for the better, or have I only made it worse for everyone? Pull yourself together, Takumi. Don't let doubt hold you back now. After taking a moment to psych myself up for the day, I left my room and headed for the cafeteria. Out on the roof, I caught sight of somebody wandering around.
No, it can't be. It's a lie. It has to be.
Shoma? Shoma was acting really strange. He was walking around in a daze, muttering to himself over and over. It was like he was possessed or something. It can't be real. A dream. Must have been a dream. It's a fantasy, a misunderstanding. I'm the crazy one here. Shoma, are you feeling alright? No. If I can just remember, everything will be fine. If I could just... He wouldn't answer me. I wasn't even sure he knew I was there. He turned around and went back to his room, still raving. What's up with him? Whatever his problem was, Shoma was clearly in no mood to talk right now. I'd have to look into this later. But I'd need to have breakfast and touch base with everyone else first. When I entered the cafeteria, Nozomi was the first to greet me. She looked worried. Takumi, do you know if Shoma's alright? He looked sort of nervous and twitchy when I saw him earlier. Yeah, I saw him too. He's definitely not his usual self. I wonder what's wrong. Is there anything we can do to help him? I wish I knew. I've never seen him like this before, not even in my last timeline. That's too bad. I guess we'll just have to keep an eye on him and hope he doesn't get worse. Yeah, that's about all we can do for now. I sighed and took a seat. The others were talking over what we'd learned the day before yesterday. Unsurprisingly, the conversation was somewhat subdued. We were still in shock, still trying to process the truth of what the implications that came with it. Cyril called them school invaders when we first got here, but we've always called our fights defensive battles. But it was the other way around. We were the invaders all along. Maybe we should try to talk this out after all. I mean, there must be regular people on this planet too. They can't all be like the commanders. They got to be someone who'd be willing to talk to us. With someone like Vashna's leading them, I highly doubt that. Right, someone who'd kill her allies and try to become a god isn't gonna listen to reason. I told you, didn't I? We still have to fight. It's the only way for us to survive. Man, this is some grade A rotten luck. Why is this happening to me? Why did I have to get chosen for the stupid unit anyway? Seems like even Ato doesn't know the reason for that. Did we just happen to be more compatible with Humo Enema than other people? In that case, maybe it really was just a matter of luck. What really sucks is that we know we're the ones in the wrong now. But we still gotta keep fighting. I know, but like Hiruko said, it's our only choice if we want to survive. We can't just abandon humanity either. Right, it's not humanity as a whole who put us here. The regular people on board the satellite don't know anything about what's going on. They haven't done anything wrong. And we're the one... Oh my god. And we're the only ones who can save them. In a way, things haven't changed all that much. We still gotta fight to protect those we hold dear. I suppose so. Damn it, what rotten luck. Everyone went quiet. There wasn't really much more we could say. After eating breakfast, we went back to our rooms. Ever since I learned the truth, it feels like I'm wading through mud. It's a struggle to even think straight sometimes. But I have to work through this. The enemy could attack at any day now. We have to keep fighting. For our friends here and for the people we left behind in the complex. I have to use this time wisely. To prepare for whatever comes next. Ich gehe raus. Ich mache einfach. Ich will mal hier wenigstens mal irgendwie Progress machen.
Move out.
Und das ist wenigstens am schnellsten. That just about does it for the day. Time isn't going to stand still and wait for us to process feelings. The clock's going to keep ticking forward, hour after hour, day after day, all the way to day 100. I can't say I like what's going to happen then, but it's too late to back down now. There's no other way, so we just have to see it through. I got into bed with a dull sense of resignation. Despite my troubled thoughts, I eventually fell asleep. Better head over to the cafeteria. Everyone's probably there already. Just like yesterday, Nozomi approached me as soon as I arrived. No, Takumi, can I talk to you about Shoma? What's wrong? Is he still acting strange? Sort of, but I think it's better if you hear it from Eva. From Eva? Yeah, would you tell Takumi what you told me before? Yes, if that is your order. Mr. Ginzaki always visits me in the morning to clean my cage and bring me fresh clothes. Wow, he does that for you every morning? I'd have thought he'd be more squeamish about handling a girl's unmentionables. But he stopped coming a few days ago. I didn't know if I should wait for him or do the cleaning and laundry myself, so I went to his room and asked for further orders. He wouldn't answer the door, but I could hear him groaning inside. Groaning? When I called out to him, he said, "Leave me alone. I'm trying to remember something." Trying to remember something? Something tells me he wasn't talking about laundry. Shoma said something similar the last time I saw him, if I can just remember. Wasn't that it? He has remembered important things about our past before. Yeah. Right, like that crazy stuff about us getting experimented on when we were kids. Now that you mention it, he never cleared that up. He just kinda brushed us off. Ato didn't say anything about our crypto goblin transfusions or why we were chosen for them either. The fact that none of us remember any of this must mean our memories have been erased or altered somehow. But now that Sira is gone, there's nowhere for us to find out, apart from waiting until the war's over. Who even cares about that anymore? Can we just get breakfast started? I'm starving. Yeah, now we know humanity are the real invaders, I doubt anything is going to be more shocking than that. You're probably right. I hope so anyway. Maybe not. We decided to drop the subject for now, but we were still uneasy. Maybe das sind auch alles Futurans. We spent the morning in relative silence before retreating back to our rooms. Whatever it is Shoma's trying to remember, it can't be anything worse than what we found out already, can it? Even if we don't know the whole truth, we know all the important parts now. And as muddy as the morality's gotten, we have to keep fighting if we want to survive. We may not be doing the right thing, but it's... but it's really all we can do. We have to be ready for the next attack.
Move out!
Ding dong bing bong. Alone in bed, I could no longer hold back my fears and doubts. We've lost both C-Ray and Ego. We're on our own now, just like the first time. Are we going to be okay? Can we really make it to the end? I haven't seen Shion in a while either. And who knows when Eva might snap and turn on us again. And then there's Shoma. I don't even know where to start with him. With so much to worry about. Yeah, sleepy. I barely slept a wink last night, but I guess I should go see how everyone else is doing. Eva, are you alright? Hello, Eva. Yes, I have finished cleaning the hallway. I will now clean the cafeteria. Eva walked away without another word. Sure enough, it looked like she was heading in the direction of the cafeteria. Hey, why isn't Tsubasa here today? Is something up with her? Maybe she's made some progress. Progress? With what? She's been tinkering around to Sira's body in the garage for a few days now. You mean she's trying to fix him? Who wants that bastard back after everything he's done to us? I say let him stay broken. Yeah, serves him right for keeping all those secrets. He only did that so we wouldn't waver in our resolve. Considering what learning the truth has done to us, I don't think that was entirely the wrong decision. You have a point. I think I was happier not knowing. What about all the messing around with our memories? He treated us like objects, more like objects than actual real people. You can treat me like an object if you wish. I belong to you. Use me however you see fit. Guys, it was just a guess. She might have just overslept or something. It might have nothing to do with C-Ray. Although Takumi, in your future I transplanted Ima's brain into C-Ray's old body, right? You think I could do something like that this time too? I mean, all I need to do is a volunteer. Not gonna happen. How is Shoma today? Any change? Doesn't seem like it. I tried to take him some garlic sumo stew. Also die Hälfte der Zeit verlese ich mich, aber die andere Hälfte der Zeit ist das auch falsch. I tried to take him some garlic sumo stew last night. He looked white as a sheet, but he still didn't touch the food. Did he say anything? Not to me. He was just mumbling to himself about needing to remember something. Und das ist die Main Route. Wenn jetzt bei den Side Routes ein bisschen weniger drauf geguckt wird, okay, aber what the fuck? So viele Fehler. One thing for sure though, he was scared. Whatever his memory has been trying to unlock must be a real doozy. What could it be this time? Maybe he's just going crazy. The whole Futurum thing was shocking enough to send anyone over the edge. I'm worried about Shion too. Is he going to be alright? We probably won't see him until he's fully recovered, maybe even longer, considering what we found out. Right, this must be harder on him than any of us. He's not even from Earth, and he's being used to wipe out his own species. It's just so cruel. On top of all that, with C-Ray gone, he's lost the closest thing he had to a parental figure. We've done terrible things to Eva too. I wouldn't blame her for hating us right about now. I do not hate you. You may use me however you wish. That's not what you said when you killed C-Ray. Shion's body constantly generates undying flames, but his emotions appear to have an effect on the process as well. If we are not careful, this could negatively impact the mission as a whole. We can't allow that to happen. Yeah, if it does, it will be all over for us. But we can't afford to take things slow either. It wouldn't be unusual for the enemy to attack while we are still disoriented. You're right. At the very least, we have to fight our battles like we always have. For us to live, we got no choice but then to kill. That's the reality of the matter, for us and for the rest of humanity too. For us to live, others have to die. Maybe that's true for us. But it's different for Shion. He really doesn't have any reason to keep fighting. What's going through his mind right now? Will he even want to show himself again after this? Or he might even... It was another somber morning. A quick meal, minimal conversation, then back to our rooms. Sometimes it feels like every new revelation just brings more uncertainties. The one thing I am sure of is that the enemy isn't about to give up. We need to be ready for the next attack.
Move out!
Ding dong bing bong. No attack today, that's good, but how long is it gonna last? I was naive enough to think we'd make it through the remaining 37 days without having to fight again. Now that I knew the truth, the enemy's determination to bring down the school made a lot more sense. They were just trying to protect their home from those who would take it from them. Don't think, just fight. It sucks, but we have to focus on survival. That's all we can do. Okay, it's morning. Better get over to the cafeteria. I still don't feel any better about what we're doing here. I'm worried about Shoma, Eva and Shion too. I've got to do something, but what? As I stepped outside, the first thing I saw was Shoma, wandering around and looking unsteady on his feet. Just a little more, I'm so close. Shoma, are you okay? I need to remember. If only I was stronger. That's it. Power, I need more power. What are you talking about?
Power. That's what I need to finally unlock these memories. I'm so close to remembering Takumi, where we came from, how it all started, everything.
Shoma, please get a hold of yourself. I grabbed Shoma's shoulder to try to settle him down. The moment I touched him, he let out a blood-curdling scream and scrambled back to his room, slamming the door behind him. What was that all about? What's wrong with him? And if that wasn't bad enough... The alarm. They're here. Well, I knew this was coming. I can't stand around here. Go to the war room. What? Wo ist? Wo ist Eva? Einfach wieder in der falschen Richtung, nice. How wonderful, a chance to kill lots of invaders. Just give the order, Mr. Sumino. Use me as you see fit. Alright, everyone's here. Not everyone, where's Shoma? I don't think he'll be coming. You saw him too, he looked seriously unhinged today, right? Mr. Genzaki was in the courtyard earlier, he was speaking to Mr. Atsuki. To Eito? About what? I got a real bad feeling about this. We can figure that out later. Right now we've got invaders to deal with. This is it. This is what we have to survive. Yes, like it or not, this is our only option. That's right. We can't just lay down and die. We have to fight to protect the school. It's the only way. We'll be fighting too, Eva. Of course, it is my purpose to kill invaders. Always glad to have you on board, but you're not gonna suddenly snap out of your brainwashing again, are you? No, I will obey. I'm your faithful soldier. It's time, everyone. Remember, if we work together, we can all make it through this alive. Let's do this. Defensive battle. Initiate.
There's no sign of Veshness anywhere. In fact, I don't see any commanders at all.
They're already dead. According to what Takumi told us, there were only ever 12 commanders, including Veshness herself.
So it's just the regular troops this time? This'll be easy.
Help me!
No!
Do you guys hear those weird voices too?
Hab nichts gehört.
Yes. They seem to be coming from the invaders.
Nee, ich hab nichts gehört.
From them?
I don't want to fight! Not like this!
Oh, it's the same as before.
But these guys are just battle pets Veshness created, right? Aren't they supposed to be nothing more than mindless animals?
They're speaking now, though. And those things they're saying...
Mommy!
Where's my daughter?
Don't listen to them. It's probably just a strategy to confuse us. Focus on protecting the academy. Yes, I must kill invaders.
Where am I? Why did this happen?
Skipper.
So, I guess we won? Oh, I feel like such a heel, though. I can't get their voices out of my head.
What are these things? Why did they start talking all of a sudden? They sounded so sad, so scared. You really think it was just a trick?
Well, looks like we'll have to save this discussion for later. Here comes the next wave.
Please stop it! I want my mommy!
Shut up! Shut up! You're creeping me out here!
Don't let it get to you, man. These guys are weak. We just gotta shut them up ourselves. Permanently.
Shoma! You're a little late. Are you feeling okay now?
I can't run anymore. Can't run. 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 Can't run.
You're not looking so good, Mr. Ginzaki. Maybe you should sit this one out.
Yeah, Shoma, we can handle these guys. Go get some rest, or something.
No. I won't run away. I can't run from the truth anymore.
Shoma.
Where's the commander? Aren't they here yet? Come on! We're ready for you! Where's the commander?
Chill, bro.
Shoma, dude, calm down. There ain't no commander. Veshness is the only one left.
He's right. We beat all the commanders already. They're all gone.
Oh? Gone? No more commanders?
Shoma, What's the matter?
No, there's still one. Still one, Commander. Right here.
Yo.
What? I think it's time to release her. She's been through enough already.
I want to die.
Okay.
I don't want to die.
Okay, du hast Pech gehabt.
The invaders. They're still coming. This must be the last of them. Don't leave a single one standing.
Nothing they're saying's making any sense. What the hell is this?
I don't want to die.
Shoma dies by a losing condition. Warum das denn?
Was that the last of them? I think so. No sign of reinforcements either.
How disappointing. I suppose that's all we can expect from these disorganized troops.
I kind of feel bad for them. They never really stood a chance, and they kept saying all that weird stuff.
Well, a win's a win. Might as well celebrate.
No, it's not over. Not over yet.
What do you mean? Of course it's over. Isn't it?
There's still one left.
Shoma raised a trembling hand and pointed towards Eve. Eva, Shoma, what are you talking about? I am not your enemy. I am your possession. I belong to you. I'm sorry, Eva, but you're the only one left. To remember everything, I need a Commander Simo Enema.
That means I need to take your power.
Shoma, you're scaring me. You're not serious, are you? Does this have something to do with your peculiar flashbacks? I remembered something terrible. The truth. It's even worse than we thought. Something terrible. Come on, Shoma, knock it off. You already found out the truth, remember? No, there's more. There's something else. Next to this, all that stuff about not being on Earth and us being the real invaders barely even matters anymore. There's one last secret that will turn our whole world upside down. It's really that bad. But I'm still only getting fragments of it. I can't remember the whole thing yet. That's why I need more power. What do you mean more power? I figured it out. The reason I'm the only one that remembers this stuff is because of my Hemo Enema. Huh? What does that have to do with anything? My Hemo Enema is all about defense. And whatever they did to our memories, it must have subconsciously perceived it as kind of an attack and deactivated my power to stop it. The flashbacks I've been getting, I think the memories I was able to protect from being erased. Wait, what do you mean whatever they did to our memories? Before we arrived here, we all had memories taken from us. All of us? I need a better handle on my skill if I'm going to access those memories. I need my Hemo Enema to be stronger. Then I'll be able to put the fragments together and remember the whole truth. Wait. What ist... Und außerdem, was laberst du, Bruder? Ah, ich kann wieder nicht Start drücken. Du hast schon 7 Kills oder so. Wie viel willst du noch haben? Wait. What is this truth you're trying so hard to remember? All I can tell you is, it's about where we really come from. What does that mean? Who we are, what we are, why we are chosen. We finally get the answer to all those questions. But I need more Hemo Enema. If there really aren't any more commanders, then this is the only way.
Give me your power.
Shoma, think about what you're saying. You can't just...
I know. But that's how important this secret is. If I can't remember this final part of the truth, we may end up doing something truly awful. It's something we can't come back from. I can't let that happen. And now, killing Ava is the only way to prevent it.
I mean, du kannst auch Ato killen. Killing Eva? Shoma, I don't understand. You've been closer to Eva than anyone. I know, but it's all a lie. She doesn't really want to be here. She and I are only close because we brainwashed her. We stole her freedom, her memories, and used her like a mindless weapon. It's time we released her from her suffering. Seriously, dude, do you have any idea how crazy you sound right now? I'm not crazy, it's all true. Believe me, I wouldn't be doing this if I wasn't all out of options. But to get back my memories and to finally set Eva free.
There's no other way.
This whole thing about more Hemo Enema being what you need, did Ato give you that idea? That's what I thought. I know how it must look, but I only went to him for a second opinion. He came to the same conclusion I did. This really is the only way. I will obey any order. My life is yours to do with as you see fit. Don't say that, Eva. Takumi, do something. Stop this. She's only like this because of what we did to her. Because we trampled all over any kind of dignity she once had. We need to take responsibility for that. We need to stop this. But it might be an unpopular opinion, but Shoma's got a point. Do you guys really think Eva's happy staying with us? She's been brainwashed to be our slave and kill her own people. If she were in her right mind, maybe she'd prefer to die than to live like this. After what she did to C-Ray, we can't guarantee she'll remain loyal to us either. And she'll die once we get to day 100 anyway, along with everyone else on this planet. Yeah, I can't imagine the folks in charge would let us bring her back to the satellite with us. Maybe that's true, but still, I'm willing to take responsibility. I'll shoulder this burden myself. So please, to put Eva out of her misery and to remember the truth.
Let me end this.
You're really serious about this, aren't you? I'm still against it. No matter how important this truth is, it doesn't justify killing her. Yeah, this is cold-blooded murder you're talking about. She's going to die sooner or later, no matter what we do. Does it make that much difference if we said get it over with now? This could be our only chance to find out what's really going on here too. If we let it go, we might just end up getting manipulated again. But Eva's our friend now. Please forgive me for speaking out of turn. If you're having trouble deciding on a course of action, why not let Mr. Sumino decide? Yeah, of course. Isn't that what you've always done in the past? That's true. At times like this, we should defer to our team leader's judgment. Takumi, please, you have to believe me. There's no other way.
Whatever you decide, I will obey your orders. Treat me however you wish.
This is insane. Takumi.
Please, let me release her.
The whole truth. If there's still something important that's being kept from us, I definitely want to know about it. But what if this doesn't work? What if it's all just in Shoma's head? And even if he's right, do we really have to kill Eva to find out? We've done so many terrible things to her already. Invading her planet, killing her allies, brainwashing her. Then again, maybe that's all the more reason for us to pull her out of her misery. It's not right for us to keep using her like this. It's all up to me. What should I do here? I mean, ich glaube, killing is the right thing. But maybe it's not. Ich will auf der richtigen Route bleiben. Hier kann man nicht aufgucken. If you really don't understand the whole truth yet, if there really is one last secret we need to uncover, then I think we have to take this chance to learn what it is. Even if it means killing Eva to do so. But du warst gerade auf meiner Seite. What? You can't be serious. It's like I said, she's going to die eventually anyway. And given her unpredictable behavior, keeping her around might prove dangerous. Far better than that we get rid of her here and now. That is your orders, understood. Eva, I don't like it, but if I was in her shoes, I probably want it all to be over too. But when she surrendered, she begged for her life. She was desperate to keep living. Ja, ich weiß. I cannot tell you how I felt back then. I don't feel anything anymore. I don't know anything. The brainwashing may not have been our idea, but we've been complicit in it all the same. It's time we took responsibility and gave her some kind of peace.
If that is your decision, then please do not hesitate to kill me. Don't kill me. Kill me.
I'm so sorry, Ava. I really wish there were another way. It's fine. If you want to hate me for this, it's nothing less than I deserve.
Kill me. Don't kill me. Kill me. Kill me. Kill me.
You're so nice, Ava. So nice. So kind. So beautiful. Even if what I'm about to remember sends me into the depths of despair, I'm glad you were the one to give me that push.
This was the only way.
Now Eva is inside me. She'll live on inside of me forever. Yo, Shoma. I told you guys he was crazy. After absorbing Eva's power, Shoma fell to the ground, totally exhausted. We gathered around him and carried him to his room. Still can't pause. Then we went back to the schoolyard and buried Eva's mummified corpse. We put Nigo's remains in the grave with her. I won't say that that's what she would have wanted. That would be a lie. But that's how we decided to do things, even if it was just to ease our own sense of guilt, our penance to Eva for what we've done. Shoma was fast asleep. We wouldn't get anything out of him for the rest of the day. Had I made the right choice? Even though I'd been the one to choose, I didn't have the answer to that question. Lingering doubts and unanswered questions still hanging over me, my second, 63rd day at Last Defense Academy came to an end. Das war die right choice. Dang. The next morning, Shoma was still asleep. Nothing we could do would wake him. He didn't seem to be sick, just incredibly tired. We decided to take turns watching over him throughout the day, just in case. What was this terrible truth that Shoma had been so desperate to remember? And what would happen if he finally shared it with us? All we could do was wait to find out. And that just left me more time to torture myself with my remaining doubts and regrets. Had I made the right choice? That was the question I kept coming back to, over and over again. How's Shoma doing? Still no change. Come to take your shift? That's right. Nozomi sat down next to me. I didn't move. We both sat there looking at our slumbering friend. The Eva we knew was only ever what Serial brainwashed her to be. In the normal course of things, she'd never have considered us her friends or allies. We were destined to be on opposite sides of this war. Yeah, I know. I wonder what this final secret is that Shoma's going to tell us. He said it would explain everything. Who we are, what we are, why we are chosen. Although you're different from the rest of us, so it probably won't affect you as much. Not necessarily. My past hasn't been completely cleared up yet. You still haven't figured out the connection between me and Karua. Ever since you told me about her, about this other me, Well, I've been curious to say the least. Maybe the secret Shoma knows will finally explain that too. If the whole truth is as mind-blowing as he says it is, maybe it will. But even if it answers all the questions we still have about what's going on, I still can't bring myself to feel happy about it. Not after what Shoma said. And the whole thing with Eva too.
Even if what I'm about to remember sends me into the depths of despair, I'm glad you were the one to give me that push.
The depths of despair. Is what he's going to remember really that bad? And if it is, then... Takumi? What's wrong? What's wrong with you? You started looking really scary and intense all of a sudden. Oh, sorry, I'm fine. I was just thinking about stuff. Don't try to take all of the burden on yourself, okay? Oh, one more thing. Tsubasa said she wanted to talk to you about something. She's in the garage. You should go see her. I'll take it over here. The garage. This must have something to do with that other project of hers. Alright, I'll leave Shoma to you then. Great. I'll let you know the moment he wakes up. I'd love to take my time and talk to Nozomi some more, but that can't wait until the war's over. Right now, Tsubasa's waiting for me in the garage. It's probably about Sirei. I'd better go see what she has to say. Takumi, how's Shoma faring? No change so far. He's still sleeping. I see. Hey Eduko, did you really make the right... Did I really make the right choice? Was this really the only way? If you're having trouble accepting it, allow me to reassure you. Given the circumstances, this was the best course of action. Once Shoma wakes up, you'll see that for yourself. Hey Takumi, looks like you got my message. I figured Nozomi would have the best chance of getting through to you. Getting through to me, huh? So, what is it you wanted to talk about? Take a look at this.
Sirei?
Laying there was our familiar commanding officer. The hole Eva had punched through him had gone without a trace.
Did you do this, Tsubasa?
Yeah! I've been working on it whenever I had some time to spare. Don't get too excited though. It's still only his body. Despite how bad it looked, the damage wasn't totally beyond repair. I know it might be inappropriate for me to say this, but getting to work on machinery I'd never seen the inside of before was pretty fun.
Is there any chance you can reactivate him?
Unlike with Miko, his circuitry is still mostly intact, so I think so.
Really?
But remember, I've never seen this kind of stuff before, and it's pretty complicated. Getting Sirei working again isn't going to be easy.
Lucky for me, Yogamu has been helping out with that. Oh, helping how? Ever since Sirei was killed, he's been combing through the data stored on the war room PC. He thinks there might be some useful information about Sirei hidden in all the blueprints and manuals and stuff. What kind of information? I don't know, just anything that might help us get him online again. Of course, even if it turns out we can, doesn't necessarily mean we should. Yeah, I know what you mean. But Sirei is like family to Shion, right? I figure we have to do what we can for his sake. Do you think this is the right call? Yeah, I think so. Shion will probably be happier this way, at the very least. Right. Unless we only think that because Sirius brainwashed us too. Don't even joke about that. Anyway, I'm glad you're on board with what I'm doing. I'll keep at it and try to find a way to bring Sirei back. I can count on you to help, right? Sure, go ahead and let me know if there's anything I can do. I left Tsubasa still working in the garage and went back to my room. Our last battle was only yesterday, so there shouldn't be another attack for a while. That thought was some comfort at least. I lay down in my bed and let out a sigh. Just like that, all the fatigue I'd been trying to ignore came rushing back. Maybe I'll just rest up some more. Feels like I could really use it. I decided to call it a day, surrendering to my body's demands for sleep. I sleep. Ding dong bing bong. Definitely needed that. I'm so much more refreshed than I was yesterday. It looks like I'll be able to have a normal day today. Shoma must have gotten enough rest by now, right? I'll go to the cafeteria and check in with the others first. Morning, Kumi. You think Shoma's going to wake up soon? I hope so. In fact, he might have already. I'm just going to the cafeteria to ask everyone about it. Good idea. All this waiting is driving me crazy. Unfortunately, there was no sign of Shoma when I got to the cafeteria. Hey guys, Shoma's still out then? Looks like it. Last I heard, Yugamus was taking a look at him. He's not gonna like take out Shoma's out and put it in Sirai's body or anything, right? Was? Oh, that could be fun. I'm okay with someone else getting turned into Sirai this time around. I just hope he really has unlocked this last memory, otherwise letting him kill Eva will have been for nothing. We'd have had to dispose of her eventually anyway. There's no use regretting it now. Guess you're right. At any rate, we should probably get breakfast started. Yeah, of course. I'd idly heaped some food onto my plate and took a seat. I wasn't really paying attention to my surroundings until someone rushed in and sat down opposite of me. Takumi, remember what I was talking about yesterday? Well, I found something you can help with. There's a couple of materials I'm thinking of using for the repairs. Could you go find them for me so I can try it out? Sure, sounds good. What am I looking for? Glass, reinforced plastic and carbon steel. Do you think you get 2 of each one? 2 of each glass, reinforced plastic and carbon steel. Got it. I'll see what I can do. Thanks, it's not exactly urgent, but I prefer if you could do it as soon as possible. So it is urgent then. Anyway, I'll try to look for them too, when I have time. I can't leave all the hard work up to you. Tsubasa got up and left, looking surprisingly carefree. As for me, I finished my breakfast and went back to my room to think about what to do next. If Tsubasa needs those materials to fix Sirai, I should probably go find them sooner rather than later. Maybe I should start today, or do I have anything more important to do? Ich glaube, das war's für heute. Ich glaube, wenn ich das True Ending habe, dann spiele ich den Rest Stream. Das nimmt hier Ausmaße an. Das ist nicht mehr feierlich. Okay, aber das war's. Tschüss, bye bye. Bis zum nächsten Mal. Tschüss.